Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I am your host, Vecna.
Tell Max. Tell Max to 11.
That's for Damiani. We're a week away from it. It's exciting. That's a cultural phenomenon. There's no debating that.
I love the best mystery Huber left. Why the upside down looks the way it does is still not explained.
I just thought it was like Vecna's tentacle obsession.
No. Like something more specific about it. It's a season 4 spoiler about what it actually is, but it's not explained why it is. So if people are catching up. I don't want to sped that. But
Why
I also read the
Gamora?
synopsis of the play, which talks about the past, like in the
play.
It's the Philadelphia Project. How they sent the ship they try to make it invisible,
Yes.
but it goes to quote unquote
That's in
Dimension X.
Loki season 1. The
But
ship drops in there. That's the one, Gabby.
That's where Vecna goes to technically. But
it's all connected.
But when Elle does her thing in season 1, that technically creates the upside down. We don't know why it turned that way.
See, I have no idea what's going on.
That's right. That's good.
because people haven't watched this shit in 5 years.
I haven't watched it at all.
Yeah.
There's also a thing that Sophia was telling me that she heard that, and I'll try to, this is kind of spoilery, so I'll be vague, but like in the D&D lore, like old D&D lore,
Yes.
Vecna's number one like guy, his like lieutenant, was originally someone who was killed by like demi-bats.
Whoa.
Demi bats.
And that
Well,
may or may not have happened in the show to somebody. So
Yeah. Well, the trailer.
Oh,
The trailer.
I don't watch
not
trailers.
that.
I don't watch trailers.
The trailer alludes
I've
to
not seen any trailers.
Something very important from season 1, 2.
I don't watch trailers.
An element of season 1 and 2. It's the last scene of the trailer. He's like, I won't say he goes, you want, like Vecna says one more time to the person.
So pumped. Damiani, dude, so
Speaking
pumped.
of,
So
after
pumped.
last week's segments, Netflix did send me a 1-month gift card.
That is
Ah.
hilarious.
Time to
That is
binge blood.
hilarious.
is that because we bitched at them?
They heard.
Because you mentioned that I never had Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood, you
That's
have to
so
wait.
funny.
There you go.
For
so
Stranger
funny.
Things, you have to wait because the last episode is New Year's Eve. If you want to try and watch it all,
I
you
see.
have to start with like enough time to get through New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
okay, so
you won't be
binge
able to finish all of it.
Christmas, not Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
That's a better time. Yep.
All right. We are the Easy Allies podcast. We are here. I'm Michael Huber. We are with Daniel Bloodworth.
Okay.
We are with Robami Vecna Amiani.
Yeah, and my cat's about to destroy one of my lights. Hang on. Hey, that's not a jungle gym. This is her new obsession. Oh, that's not good.
There he
Cats
goes.
seem like a wild ride as a pet.
Yeah. Right.
We got Isla Hank making it all happen in there.
Just imagining the time that's gone into like cat proofing the apartment, and then just
Yeah.
you didn't.
They're like, no.
You didn't actually.
The cat is always like, you forgot this part, and this part, and this part. We also got Don Casanova in there. And Gabby Montu. What is up, everybody? We're here to talk about what's new, what's news, and what we have been playing.
Should we wait for Tony?
He'll be here. He'll be just in time. I will go over what we have on the schedule before he comes back, before we dive fully into it. We're going to be talking about TGA nominees.
Mm-hmm.
The Keeleys, we like to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Has that stuck?
Oh,
Does
yeah.
anybody
Plenty of
call
people
them
say the
Keeleys?
Keeleys. Yeah, yeah.
We're not the only
absolutely.
ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because something about it. So I wouldn't want to call them the Keeleys, but I also love it.
Yeah. I mean,
Does that make sense?
It is a funny thing because, like, he specifically does not have anything to do with the choosing
Yeah.
of the games.
Some of it is his fault, and some of it's not his fault.
But he is the
Yes.
presenter.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the glue that ties it all together. He is the organizer.
Yeah.
He is the producer.
Yeah. So we're
He
gonna
is
be
the
talk-
one that sends the emails for us to send our ballots back to.
Yeah. So, you know,
He's fully climbing on the furniture back there. I don't know if you saw that.
against my wishes, we are going not here specifically, but in just my general video game takes. We're going to be talking about Game of the Year awards on this day of November 20th for some reason. Game of the Year.
Well, I mean,
The golden joysticks already happened.
For some reason.
Yeah, that
Gave
was
them
today.
away.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a whole nother month. There's still time after the year to let it all digest. But no, November to get the clicks.
Hubert,
what
it's
we're gonna
because
do.
it's a
I mean,
commercial
we will
property
get the
that
clicks.
needs to
I
make
looked at
money
last year's
himself.
numbers.
Yeah. So that's just the way it is, I guess. I don't approve. It's one of my biggest.
I still have
Video game
some
industry gripes.
gripes with the timeline. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's because people don't watch awards shows, and this is not an awards show. It's a trailer reveal show with some
Incorrect,
awards.
though. Doesn't this show get 150 million views
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
year?
thing.
because it's a trailer reveal show, not an awards show. How many views does the BAFTAs get?
There's-
How many views did the Golden Joysticks get? How many views does the GDC awards get?
You have a good point. You have a
Like,
very good
I
point
know how
there.
many views
There's
the
definitely.
Indicated Awards
I mean,
get.
they were
Tune
crashing
into
the site
Indicated
with
Awards.
voting on the awards, so I would not say it's not a big factor.
It's a factor. I'm not saying it's not a factor, but I'm saying it happens at this time of the year for a reason.
Max
Yeah,
factor.
but I mean, it's just I think there's a lot of elements there. I think obviously the reveals are big,
Yeah.
but I do think there's a lot of people invested in
Yeah.
these awards as
We
well.
want to see those GTA trailers.
They are smartly just called the Game Awards.
True.
So just by that,
Yeah.
he's kind of established that this is the de facto thing.
Like CNN references this shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We've also got the Xbox partner preview, which we reacted to this morning.
Yeah,
We get
you
into
haven't.
that.
We were streaming all day, so I haven't dug into all of these little bits
in.
and pieces. But we have learned a few things since we reacted. So
Yeah. We have been playing the sneaky goatee from the shadows that nobody anticipated until the internet told them to care about it. Dispatch. Thank you, internet, for telling us
yeah,
that
I
it's
finished.
good.
I finished last night.
Nice.
Very cool stuff.
Gabby and I have been grinding.
Grinding,
Hardcore.
grinding.
Yes. It's a grind.
Okay,
Yes. Call of Duty.
don't break that computer. By
I'm
the way,
excited,
it's
Blood.
fragile enough.
I'm,
The thing barely
this
works.
is very loose.
Yeah, that thing costs like $80.
Yeah. And then also, maybe we're going to talk about it if we have time from Dawn, the Atari 50 Namco DLC.
I think we should. It's 5
We
minutes.
probably
Yeah.
will talk about
Yeah,
it.
unless we go like crazy long on
Yes.
something that I don't even anticipate. But yeah,
Damiani is back. Everything is okay.
are we
Had to
okay,
go get-
Damiani?
I had to go get one of my unpacked boxes to put up in. I could probably just show it really quick so you see the chaos that is like going on here. Oh, that's the wrong button. Jessie just will not. She just will not like. She will explore wherever she wants to explore, and there's like really nothing I can do about it. So here, you can see. That's what I had to do. Because she was going to the edge of that
Oh,
up
and then
top there,
climbing
and you
on the
see the
lamps.
hanging light.
Yeah.
Yep.
She has already broken the bulb. She jumps on it, and then she swings from it like it's a swing.
Little higher.
And like it's starting
Little
to come
higher.
out, and it's like,
Got it.
Yep.
look at her now. She's trying to figure out a way to go around it
my
right now.
God.
So she's
Why?
like,
There's
I'm
nowhere
so
to
clever.
go.
So yeah, she's this is what I have to like be on, alert for at all times, and so.
This is what happens.
Hopefully
You
that
train
will-
these cats. They've seen you playing Mario 64.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, they've seen that. The funny thing is, I give them lots of playtime, but she just wants to like be energetic all the time. So like, there's
yeah.
really, I can't keep up with her. It's like insane. But yes, for her own safety and for not damaging the apartment, she was like hanging from it and like swinging. I was like,
my
okay,
gosh.
nope, we gotta take care of that right now.
I wish
So-
I had a cat, but
And then-
I can't even take care of myself. So no animals in my house. So
Okay.
yeah.
What a start to this
And Sid
podcast.
just sits there. He goes up there and watches. He just sits there nicely and stares at her while she does it. And he just like moves his head as she swings. He's like, I'm not doing that. But you
Case
look
in
like
point of things taking longer than expected. This intro is usually
Yes.
a minute and a half. We've been going for 10 minutes. I know. I
long for
know.
Damiani.
I'm just saying it's unexpected.
And this is all leading into Daniel Bloodworth has an announcement to make.
So the best thing for you to do is to go to patreon.com/easyallies where it's pinned. But I posted this on Wednesday, and I'm going to recap it here a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to put the full post up because I knew I would forget something. I knew things would be unhinged somehow.
Always.
But yeah, I have a new full-time job that will be starting in December with a company called Ukio Studios.
Ukio.
And they do a lot of different things, and I will be doing a lot of different things. One of the biggest things that they would be recognized for is that they work on booths. They have a booth like in an event space, so like at PAX or at TGS or Gamescom, wherever, and for indie developers and publishers and stuff like that. And so they put on the booths, but then they also do some PR. They also have some other things that they've got going on. One of the guys that works there also has like a whole like localization company as well. So, they kind of connect to that. But guys like Critical Reflex and New Blood, Valheim was also at TGS. And then they also do like a lot of PR and stuff in Japan, and they're looking to do more PR here as well. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of PR, a little bit of like polishing the demos and making the demo experience better in the booth, like actually like filming stuff in the booth and on the show floor and talking to indie devs and putting videos and stuff like that out.
Chad is saying that you're a booth babe.
You are a booth babe.
You're going to be a booth babe.
I have not shared, but I have an idea that could make me a booth babe. Anyways.
It's finally happening, Chad. Daniel chills.
The problem is, I think if I do this, then like it would be just difficult for me to do my other responsibilities in the booth. So we'll see. But I will still be somewhat a part of Easy Allies. I'm going to hand off a lot of the responsibilities for like, you guys are going to figure out the monthly schedule.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to figure out what's on the podcast every week and all of that stuff. But I'm still going to be like, I'm going to be helping with the taxes. I'm going to be helping connect people to like where you're going to get the codes for this and that.
Are you going to be on this desk?
I will be on this desk from time to time, but I will not be here every week. So especially like when I first start out, like you're probably not going to see me in December or like the first half of January. And then like once I know like what is the day-to-day and all that kind of stuff looks like, then I can start figuring out like, okay, I can come on the podcast or whatever.
Don't worry, Chad. We're going to change the locks, so it'll be okay.
I am gonna try to figure out how to squeeze in Metroid coverage, which like looking at that schedule, man, like that would be hard to fit in even if I wasn't doing something else.
Yeah.
Like that comes out like a week before the freaking Game Awards.
Crazy.
So like we have to shoot it separately from that podcast.
And the Keeleys don't give a shit that it's coming out a week before for any kind of nominations.
Very true.
Even though it's a game in 2025, they don't give a shit. Fun, cool. Hey, good show. Great.
And then speaking of that, already confirmed Kyle and Jones on this desk.
Boom.
On the Game Awards After Party podcast. So they will be here, even though I will not be here. And I don't know, what other fun things? And just like, again, once you get comfortable, like looking for ways that these things can kind of work both ways. Because one of the things about working with Ukio and doing these events and stuff is like I'm going to be going to a lot of events that I haven't been able to go to before. Because like Bit Summit in Kyoto, for instance, was like one of the big things I was thinking about. I was like, I got to get to Bit Summit somehow next year. And I'm like, how the heck am I going to get to Bit Summit? It's an indie convention.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get Capcom or Sega or somebody to fly me out there. So like, how would that happen? And thinking of things like that is like, then it was like, Ukio, why don't I just work for you guys?
Yeah.
Because they were helping me talk to other people and stuff while I was searching around for jobs. They were helping me get connected to people.
Honestly, traveling is the greatest human experience possible, in my opinion.
But the point of that being, so now when I go to like a Bit Summit or whatever, and I'm there and I'm doing my job, and then I have some extra time to go check out some games, then when I get back to LA, I can hop on this desk, tell you about some cool indie games that I saw in Kyoto, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
No doubt.
Yeah.
If we invite you. For sure.
And the vice versa of that is like, oh, if 11-bit still wants to bring me to Warsaw in May, I can go to Warsaw, you preview whatever the heck they're previewing for EZA, and then while I'm there, I'm meeting other media and streamers and stuff and be like, hey, do you want to get on our code list? You know?
Yeah.
So, because that's one of the things I'll be doing is I'll be handing out codes to a lot more people. So,
Giving EZA all the codes.
yeah.
Insider trading.
The email to get codes is in that post, so check that out.
Sick.
I don't know if there's anything else anyone wants to say or questions.
Blood, how do you
The
feel
post
about
covers
it?
it.
How do you feel about it after working for Game Trailers and Easy Allies for like 20 years? How are you feeling?
It's crazy, right? It's crazy to be, out there and just getting out there and like looking for what the heck is next. The coolest part is that I've gotten to meet so many people.
That's the best part about the new job.
I met a guy just after TGS because one of the guys at Ukiyo was like, "Oh, I should have introduced you when you were in Tokyo." I met a guy named John Eternal.
John Eternal, dude.
And
Sounds
then
like a Mortal Kombat dev.
Our call on the calendar was like Eternal X Bloodworth. It was the freaking epic. So, and this guy, worked for PlayStation for a long time, and like he knows freaking everybody. He was, a big part of, how their third-party relations and stuff works, and so he knew all of that in and out. And that was one of the places that was like a near miss, like almost got that job. And so like I was still talking to them about when it comes around next time. So, but yeah, there's just like so many people that I've met now that it's like, I even said in one of my fan mails, it's like the one of the dangers of like going to so many events this year is that like you kind of like have this band of nomads, like all of these people that I see everywhere else.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm not out on the road, I'm never going to see them again because they're in Tokyo and they're in Australia and they're in Germany and it's it's wild. But this kind of feeds into that. Like now that I'm with Ukiyo, I'm still going to be traveling a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be stuck in some hole because that was another thing. I was talking to the people at Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Before Black Panther got
Great
canceled.
movie. Sylvester Stallone, Michael Rooker,
But so I was talking producers over there.
John
And
Lithgow.
then EA just killed that project, and one of the guys I was talking to got shuffled over to Battlefield, and it's just like, I don't know if that's the career path I want.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody controlling your every move is intense. No doubt. Shuffling you where you don't want to go? That's sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts from the panel or Bloodworth about
Chat
this?
wants to know how this impacts your Nintendo presidency. Do you have a non-compete?
Yeah, is Nintendo pissed? Is Miyamoto angry
Oh,
at you,
no.
Blood?
Both of my friends in Nintendo congratulated me.
Both of my friends.
Miyamoto and President
Yeah, Miyamoto and Reggie and Doug Bowser.
specifically.
Actually, no, more than that. But
You're
yeah.
a fascinating person, Blood.
And Sakurai as well.
Fascinating
Forgot
man.
Sakurai.
But no, one of them is actually, does a lot of the work with on the indie side of things. And so, I don't know, depending on what my responsibilities take me, I might be talking to him a lot more. So, we'll see.
There you go. There it is. Thank you, Bloodworth.
Congrats, Blood.
Thank you for your service.
Rats.
But you're still in good hands here, everybody.
He'll be around.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'll be here for
He'll
people
be
to lean
around
on.
more than Jones, just so everyone is at ease.
Yeah,
He'll be
what
around way
I
more.
said the other night was like I'm
Yes.
between a Jones and a min-max contributor.
Yes. Way more than Jones.
Yeah.
That's not throwing shade at Jones. It's just like Jones is, once in a while, Blood is around.
Yeah.
Once in a while versus around. I
Yeah.
think it's a distinction.
And
is what I'm trying to say.
particularly for them, I'm going to be pretty around and available.
Yeah.
It's a matter of like how much I'm showing up on camera and have
Yeah.
that time to spend. Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. All right, let's get into this. The Game Awards in November. Thanks, Keely. Cool. Awesome. I'm sorry. I'm just forever gonna be bitter about Game of the Year before December is insane. Before January already makes me uncomfortable. Like you need to let
It's
the
so they
year.
can bump
Is it
the
the
sales.
Emmys or the Grammys that also do the same thing? It's February to February or something. Like they don't do calendar year either.
Calendar year is I mean, if you're still giving it a full year, that's fine, Damiani.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
you're saying Keeley does
Keeley does give it a full year.
It's a full year.
But it's the thing is those last couple
It's
of
like
months.
November 20th to November 20th.
I think
It should be the calendar year, I feel like. The full January through December.
I do too.
Those are the games that come out
But
in
you
this
don't
year.
understand that it's so that they get advertisers and boost the holiday sales.
I know, but I'm always gonna
I know I
put-
sound cynical,
I know.
but this is what it is.
Isla 100%. I agree with you 1,000,000%. That is like fact for sure. But I am always going to be on the journalistic integrity side.
This is not an integrity. These awards don't have integrity.
I mean, it does. There's a lot that goes into making sure that this is all above board. But I do think this is a weakness. And I think, to me, the biggest surprise of this round of nominations was that Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie that came out at the very end of December, was not nominated.
Wow.
And I'm like, Until Dawn is nominated and Sonic
what?
is not? There's no way that more people watch that movie. There's no way.
That is
They
what
just didn't
That is absurd.
think about Sonic.
Probably because everyone thought Sonic was last year, even though
Exactly.
Exactly. But it's in this year's award. That is absolutely a thing. Yeah.
Well, but also like
It was eligible, but if enough people don't nominate it, then it just still doesn't make it in there.
And it's the thing that we always talk about where it's like, you know, a thing with enough marketing budget, enough graphics fidelity, enough popular zeitgeist, whatever, will just get more nominations. Because, I mean, if you look at the jury, we're on there alphabetically first, which is amazing. But, like, Entertainment Weekly, Esquire, NPR, Rolling Stone,
NPR
The
is legit as
Atlantic,
fuck.
Variety, the New York Times, Wirecutter, like, are they playing every single indie game? Are they playing every single thing? Or are they only playing the
I'm
things
curious
that
how
everyone's
some
heard
outlets
of?
do that because, like, yeah, NPR and stuff, like, they hire a lot of freelancers to do their coverage. So,
Love
like, do
NPR.
they
Yeah.
have that whole pool voting? I don't know what they do.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like I'm not throwing shade because like there's a good chance that they are all playing every game, but like we don't get a chance to play every single game, and we're professionally trying to play every single game.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, as we're going to dive into a few of these categories, I think we're going to start at the most
Chad says
important one.
NPR's lists feature a lot of indie games, so
NPR
that's
is
good.
the best. NPR is the best of all time. I
Oh,
listen
yeah,
to
I
them
love NPR,
on the
obviously.
radio because I am an old soul. Game of the year. Here we go. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Hades 2. Hollow Knight Silk Song. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah, that's that last one's a surprise one, I think.
No way,
'Cause
man.
It's
people-
not a
No
surprise, I
way.
don't think.
Zero
So,
surprise.
Well,
Zero.
I will say this: the other four, I think, the other ones, I think people thought would definitely be there. Kingdom Come Deliverance was in the discussion, I feel like, but like Split Fiction and Yote were the ones that I think people were like.
Yote's whack.
Th-
I finished that
might
whole
have-
game.
I mean, that's you, but like the rest of the seemed like the rest of the discourse from people, some of the reviews out there was like it's maybe it should have been. So as a more looking at the pool of people involved, it seemed like it might have had a chance. So
I think
If
of those
Yote was
three,
nominated,
if you give me
I
those
would
three, I
laugh.
would have told you Kingdom Deliverance had the least chance of those three probably making it in. So that's why, to me, it's a little bit of a surprise.
No, I've seen a lot of people freaking out about that game. I kind of noped out on that game pretty early. And if I had put more time, maybe I would have warmed up to it.
It's
but
an incredible game. I have finished none of these, but I've played 5 of them.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, from what I've played, is actually insane. That is a GOTY type game where its quality is matched by its commitment to its vision. And that is huge. Ghost of Yote is the safest game of 2025. It is literally the most safe, boring Assassin's Creed Shadows-like game of the year, where it is like where I will actually use Ghost of Yote and Assassin's Creed Shadows as like, you always see those takes of like AAA games are trash, AAA games are dead. Like, I will put those two games at the forefront of that conversation because they are really safe and really by the numbers and just like faux iterations of their previous entries. Like Ghost of Yotei is just a worse Ghost of Tsushima. Assassin's Creed Shadows is just a worse Assassin's Creed game.
This is all well and good. I'm coming from the perspective of like general consensus of like what like what people are thinking. You're like you're arguing your thing, obviously, but
Yeah,
like
for sure.
this feels like easy allies goatee debate where
For
I'm
sure.
like if your pulse on what everyone else was thinking, Yotei was like just was as high up there. I think Split Fiction was the one people think was robbed. Honestly, in
Totally,
the end.
I
Like, people
agree.
are probably surprised.
100%.
And then like the dark horse that didn't get in, I think, which to probably Isla's dismay was Blueprints.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Fucking,
people, like,
where the
wondering what
fuck is
was.
Blueprints?
Right.
This is my point.
How
that
is
a lot of these
Blueprints
outlets,
not nominated for Game of the Year?
Because a lot of outlets, well, actually, I think Schreier said this maybe, that
How?
because there are some, like a big portion of the jury is from non-English speaking countries, and Blueprints is only in English, because he would have to translate an absurd amount of word puzzles and stuff.
Interesting.
But that leads
That's a fair
into what
point.
I was thinking
Interesting.
is like that's why these awards can never truly be representative of a game's quality, only its popularity with regard to its quality, because it's always a numbers game. Because like if not enough people played the best game of the year, it won't be nominated because not enough people played it.
Right.
That's just numbers, Mason.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like looking at this list,
I'm always torn by that argument, Isla. I'm always in the middle of your argument.
It's not an
Always-
argument. It's just a fact. It's a
No.
numerical fact.
because like there
There
is
could be the most genius painter in the human race of all time right now, who no one knows about, and they're never gonna be
I'm
known
gonna
as
give-
the most
wait,
genius
wait,
painter in the
wait,
world.
hang on.
Wait. But there is something very important about a universal experience that everyone can identify and
Sure.
connect with. And a lot of hardcore games and hardcore art are for a select group. They might be better, quotations better in a way, but if something is connecting with more people and bringing more people together, that has huge value. And I
Yeah.
will always put
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's effectively what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that these awards are a Venn diagram of quality and exposure.
Yeah,
and, like,
and
that's-
not to forget
you know.
blind votes, right? Like the difference between an awards system like this or like the Oscars or whatever is everyone sends in their ballots, and then whatever the numbers come out to, the numbers come out to. Whereas like when we do our awards, then like we all like consider each other's perspectives
For
and
sure.
we try to
Yeah,
find
we
like a
talk it
point
out.
of common ground,
Yeah.
even if it's like if we had done blind votes, it would be completely different.
Yeah.
You know? But what I would, to what Isla's point, I think the category where like if you're saying like, oh, something that's like really good but not enough people saw it, Jane Perry in Dead Take.
Oh my God, yes.
We both know that.
She's incredible.
Like
She's
should be on the top of that acting thing. Yeah.
The performance awards are maybe the most obvious example of, you know, it sounds like a criticism, and it's just a byproduct of how these work.
Yeah.
But it's like
no
the
doll man.
nominees for performance are almost always going to go to the people have heard of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Charlie Cox getting a nomination, like he did a great job, but like he didn't do, you know, nearly as much as other people who were not nominated.
100%.
Right.
Doll
And it's-
Man is the
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Jordan doing 11 Jan Dolskys
Exactly.
in the
Or,
altars,
you know, and I mean, I was happy
including
to
a
see,
song.
yeah, and I was happy to see the woman from Silent Hill F get in there because I think she did an
Yeah.
amazing job. But like, you know, so it's like there's always like, it seems like historically there's like one or two like, yeah, that's a good inclusion, and then like two or three where it's like, yeah, okay, like people wrote them in because they felt like they had to fill in the category and didn't really know anyone else to write.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's the other problem with this
See,
is people
Until
feel the
Dawn.
need. People feel the need to fill in a category. You know,
Totally.
like fighting, like Sifu and fighting. You know,
Sifu and Fire.
Oh, yeah.
or Claire Obscura in an independent game, for example.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just a whole big ball of wax that we'll never untangle.
Yeah, it was funny to see people's reactions. Almost everyone I watched who reacted to the Game Awards announcements were like, Claire Obscura is not indie, what? I was like, oh, okay.
Like, I
And
mean,
I would
it's
argue that
getting-
it is, but I
it's
don't,
getting
I
to the
don't need to
point-
go into all of it.
Well, Sven, the director of Baldur's Gate, said like at the Game Awards like a year or two ago, whenever that was, when he was like, we are technically an indie studio. We have 6 offices around the world and hundreds of employees, but we're technically an indie studio. And like Clair Obscure's budget is like millions, 30 million plus. They say they had 30 employees, but they farmed out to like 400 or whatever it was. So it's like freelancers don't count, I guess. Like that whole narrative of like, oh, a 30-person team, a 1-person team, like that has to stop because like that's not real for most of these games. Like Balatro, sure, maybe, like him and a few artists.
Yeah.
But like Clair Obscure was not a 30-person team that made that game.
Yeah,
it was
like,
many people.
Like Silk Song is.
Yeah.
Silk Song is like the true definition of independent. Like they don't even have PR.
Right.
That's why it took 10 years, exactly.
Yeah.
But
it's
also,
insane.
yeah, it's because they made so much money on the previous game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I've never agreed with your take about like the big budget game or the big popular game being like the focus more than ever right now with best narrative. Like I agree with you so hard because in no reality I know I'm coming at Ghost of Yote hard, but in no reality, in absolutely no reality should that be nominated for best narrative. Like there is no way in my mind that it should be there.
I feel the same way
I can
about
think
Clair
of
Obscure.
so many games. I can think of Blueprints. I can think of Citizen Sleeper 2. I can
Yeah.
even think of Mafia: The Old Country, which isn't as good of a game, but the
Yeah.
narrative
I would say
is
Mafia
so
for sure.
strong. Like, what are we even doing here?
Opinions.
I
mean, I heard
would
people
put
say
alters in there.
Death Stranding
sure.
2 commentary saying Death Stranding 2 story sucked. I'm like, I couldn't disagree
Oh
more.
my God, I
but,
disagree. It's
some
so
people don't
good.
like
Yeah,
it.
it's so
like it's fine.
And that's the
it's-
thing.
It's weird in that category too because it's like I like the story of Silent Hill F a lot, but I hate the way that it's told. That you have to beat the game 2 or
Right.
3 times to actually get the real story,
Yeah.
and the game doesn't honor your time to do that. Like I think that's stupid and bad, and that's the narration and art and game direction. But like, yeah.
And even I'd like to throw over and before we move on again, I always like to say as well, these are all just opinions. So the most important thing, because I'm especially guilty of getting so heated and passionate with Game of the Year awards because it is so important to me. It's not just some throwaway bullshit. Like I actually care about what the industry says and what the consumers think about this industry and about what is meaningful for the entire year of video games. The most important thing is to find a couple avenues and a couple spots that you really trust, and then just take those 3 or 4 or 5 big takes about what is the GOTY. Not just one, not, Keeley doesn't have a monopoly on this. This isn't the end all be all. So again, just find a few.
Yeah, that's what I always say is
Yeah.
like the Game Awards, the Game of the Year awards you should trust are from the outlets that you know the people
Yeah.
and know their tastes and can say like, oh, okay, I kind of align with their taste generally. So if they thought this was a great game, I should give that a shot if I haven't yet. Whereas this one is like, you might get mad at me, but this is the most popular Games of the Year awards. It's not the best Games of the Year awards.
Yeah, I mean, a more accurate thing would be
Yeah.
like the Critics' Choice Awards or something like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's essentially what it is. Whereas
Yeah.
like when you get to BAFTA, it's like, well, you have to be a member of BAFTA. When you get to
Yeah.
GDC, you have to be a developer. When you
The
get to
baffling
DICE, yeah. Like,
The
those are
the
industry
BAFTAs are not
awards.
baffling though. Because
We
like,
love the BAFTAs.
like having played Still Wakes the Deep now, like that deserved everything. That game is fucking incredible.
Such a good game.
For me, though, just on that list before we move on,
Yep.
there's not one of those things on that list that surprises me or that
For
I'm
Game
like-
of the Year?
Yeah, for Game of the Year.
Got it.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
they're
I'm like,
all
no
great.
way.
They're all so
There's
good.
just other
I'm
things
not-
that I would probably rather have in there.
I think
I-
they're
I
I
agree.
think they're very safe.
I agree.
None of them surprise me and none of them interest me.
They're all very good games, but I agree. I agree with Blood and I agree with Isla. They are safe. Blueprints, I feel like, did get snubbed with a capital S.
Little bit.
TM. Snubbed.
I would agree.
I mean, to me, the snub is if you don't show up at all, and that's Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But yeah.
Yeah. I want to throw to Damiani because another thing about this, and it fits our conversation about this just being the kind of general populist mentality and take is best ongoing game for Final Fantasy XIV. I've heard nothing but the last couple years have not been good, but it is here at the Game Awards being nominated. Do you agree you're the pro?
I mean, I'm going to regurgitate what was just said about it's a popularity contest, and I think a lot of I don't think as many people get to play all these ongoing games as they can. So like they just kind of keep tabs and like, oh, let me look up the list of like ongoing games. Oh yeah, the Final Fantasy 14, that's one to throw in there. Like they like, I don't think they like are as in knee deep into any of the things that like you would have heard from like me in the past about like people complaining about certain things about Final Fantasy 14. Like just like there's probably like issues with every other, ongoing game at some point. I think it's part of that like that mentality that it's a popularity contest and it's huge, and like it's like, oh, look at the reception, it's fine, like people are playing it. I mean, I do think maybe other games could have maybe taken its place, but I would also like just to take the opportunity, while there have been like the most criticism has ever been leveraged at Final Fantasy 14 since Dawn Trail's release. I would like to give the silver lining of that, like there is some warranted criticism, absolutely. There is a lot of criticism that is coming from voices that I think you should just like outright ignore because they're just taking it as an opportunity to attack developers, to just spew bullshit, and it's really annoying. Like attacking a voice actor for their poor performance, but you could dislike the poor performance. That doesn't make you anything by saying that. But when you start using dog whistles, it's clear what you are actually saying at that point, and you don't just dislike them for their poor voice work. You dislike them for who they are. So it's like F off with that shit. Yeah. But other things as well, like the shit that they did with one of their localization team members, Kate, like the shit thrown at her lately, like it's basically honestly because of these reasons I don't think it should be community support because like the community needs to like they need to clean house, and like not the 14 dev community but the player community needs a clean house, like thorough cleaning. There are some really toxic shitheads and that are in some of the biggest people in the community, and they need to be like dealt with hopefully at some point. Anyway.
Great takes, Tommyani. Yeah, because I have disdain for WoW for the last bunch of expansions, but finger on the pulse, I have heard that it has been doing a lot better than its horrible days. So like maybe that deserved a nomination. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
They did. Real quick,
they have turned it around.
Their housing thing that they were touting, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Apparently there are some big silver lining like caveats with that, apparently. It hasn't all it's technically been cracked up to be. Like there were some fine print details that weren't revealed until recently. And now like it's still, but I think they're still doing a better job, honestly. Like it says, I mean, I think Guild Wars is doing Guild Wars Reforged, and Guild Wars 2 is doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean
Vampire Survivors.
Vampire Survivors, No Man's Sky that just keeps so often just keeps dropping, like
right?
Yeah, I know, but like I'm saying these are like good these are all like better examples probably, and like more deserving of winning.
Shout out to Warframe.
I want to
Warframe?
no, incorrect. I want to throw to you next. I want to throw to you next.
Oh yeah, Warframe didn't get on the list.
Warframe's never on these lists.
You know what else is not on the list because we do these in November?
Incorrect.
I'm throwing to Isla. Where is Arc Raiders, Isla?
It's in multiplayer, I think.
Yeah, I think he was right though that it didn't get like very many nods because people hadn't put the time in yet.
Exactly. If we do Game of the Year in January and we let Arc Raiders sit for a few months, does that completely change this landscape of best ongoing?
This to me, Hubert, like this to me is like, not maybe more egregious, but differently egregious, is the nominees being due before the nominee window closes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like, I know we're not really supposed to talk about the details of the nomination voting process, whatever, but I can say that the nominees are due in, and then like a week or a few days later, right?
No, it's like a couple weeks before the official...
Before the window is closed.
Yeah.
So it's like, unless your game has the codes to send out to enough people before the nominee window closes, we've sent in our nominees 2 weeks, whatever, before the nominee window even closes. So it's like there's a doldrum there where a game technically came out in that window, but because no one played it yet, it's basically never eligible for a Game Awards.
Yeah, I think not that it would have necessarily been. We'll talk about it. I guess you'll find out. But Call of Duty, I think, falls in that. It was technically eligible, but they didn't give out codes early.
Yeah.
Before nominations were due.
They did not.
So.
Well, and everyone hates it, so I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, I've heard it
doesn't matter.
Good point, but it's
Everyone hates it. I didn't know. Everyone hates it. I like it. We're going to talk about it.
Dispatch is in a sort of similar situation to where, like,
I think you
maybe
pronounced
the
that
first
word wrong,
couple of
Blood.
episodes were
Dispatch!
available, but it just ended now,
Yeah.
you know.
Blood. Yeah. Hold. Fill time. Hold.
Okay.
For 3 seconds. I'm ready. Just Dispatch, Blood. Only
Dispatch.
the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only the 7th highest reviewed game of the year, Dispatch. Nowhere on this list.
Did it? I thought it got on there one.
Was it out by the time?
I think the first episodes might have been out.
Yeah, where's Dispatch?
Yeah, it made it into debut indie.
One little debut indie.
Yeah. But yeah, it didn't get into narrative or art direction or any of that stuff.
Am I crazy? It felt the wording of the. I mean, we're jumping all around. This is insane.
Yeah, we
but
are.
For
like,
sure, I'm sorry.
But it's okay.
the debut indie thing where Megabonk like recused themselves from the category because they're technically not a debut
Badass.
studio. Well, it is badass, but like the way that the Game Awards press thing like phrased it was like they were presenting themselves as a new studio. It made them feel duplicitous, and then was like, we should honor their honesty. And it's like, I mean, I think that they're as much of a debut indie as Claire Obscure is an indie.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's
I think Claire
entirely on
Obscure
the
should
developer
recuse
to have
themselves
decided
from
that. Yeah.
independent at this point.
And I think it's on the voters. That's not on the Game Awards or Keeley. I think they throw out, the categories, and if enough outlets say, debut indie game Megabonk, that's not on the Game Awards
Right.
themselves.
Yeah,
that's on the entire industry.
Because he was using a new, like the developer had put out games under different names.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically,
he
if you
had-
clicked on the name on Steam, you'd see no other games. For
Right.
That. Yeah.
Which is like a thing you can do. I mean, like every film company for like every film is like created for just that film. You know, they have their own little LLC for that movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, I mean, I think-
the whole thing around what an indie game is, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think with debut, it's
So messy.
There's
I
a very specific situation that it's like, for most of these, the way that Jeff looks at it, and I think it makes sense, is that like, oh, you're a new studio, like, so even if you had worked somewhere else before, like it's not all the individual's first game, right? Like, like a bunch of people worked at Ubisoft, some people worked over Telltale, whatever, and this is your first time working as a team together. That's your debut game. But if you do something like Megabonk, you're just a guy.
Yeah.
Right,
Like no
but
matter
then-
how many times you change your doing business as, you're the same guy.
Right, but like,
It's a
how
little
is
weird.
that?
Yeah.
But also, how is that different? Because it's like, if I have a studio of 10 people formed of industry vets who have
True.
put out
I know what you're
50
saying.
games each, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have a new company name for every game, or a new company name to form whatever. Like, that's a new company. They would get debut title. Whereas if your team is one person and you've put out 10 games, you don't get to do that same thing. Like, how is that not the same?
I mean,
that doesn't seem fair to
He would have
smaller
gotten to do
teams.
it. He personally decided he didn't feel comfortable doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think was a mistake.
Nobody
I
would
think
have
he shouldn't
stopped
have done it.
him from doing it.
I think
Yeah.
he should not have recused because
It
I think
makes me respect it.
he's holding himself to a higher standard than anyone else is
Mm-hmm.
in that category except Blueprints, where this actually is his first game.
Yeah. I love it, but
Maybe Don is saying
it's a
he
bad
was
business
worried
move, but a
that
good
there'd be
moral.
blowback.
Huh?
Don is saying there'd be blowback if he won. He was worried maybe there'd be blowback if he won.
That
but
makes
like,
sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like a weird thing to do. Like I get it; it's honorable in a sense, but at the same time, it's like when you're playing against someone with a stacked deck, like you
Yeah.
can't win by playing fair.
That's true. It's unfortunate, but I'll always play fair. So, alrighty. Just gonna go through. I'm not gonna go through, but I'm just gonna shout out some things that I love. Because again, Game of the Year shit is my favorite, and I just want to celebrate things. If anybody wants to jump in with any agreements or
I've got a couple of
disagreements,
things I jump in for,
dive
but
in.
definitely don't need to go through everything.
Nope. Game direction, Split Fiction, love that. Just a masterful game. So good.
Yeah, I'm glad I get in there.
I'm really glad. My non-gamer / gamer friend Grumbomb just went through it with his wife.
Nice.
And he was like, "Whoa, dude, that's like a top 10 game ever." so I was like, "Yo,
It's
so
so
glad.
easy to kind of
So
forget
glad.
in
Yeah.
hindsight, but like,
Yeah.
when you're going through it, it's just like, how the
Yeah.
heck did you do all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Damiani and Gabby concur. I mean, that is just... It's just a masterpiece. It really is. It is Death Stranding 1 perfected and then some. Just such a good cast. Such a good, heartfelt story. Like, every single character in that game, you just want to love. Love that. Art direction. Some really good art here. Death Stranding and Yote and Hades and Hollow Knight.
My beef on this is we didn't get any kind of South of Midnight or Keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there it is.
I
Yep.
feel like those are more worthy than Yote. Again,
Yeah.
not to pick on Yote because
sure.
you've already had your Yote yet.
For sure.
But I'm just like, Yote is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But like, it is also very much in the same art direction as the previous game.
For sure.
It is Japan. It is a whole different thing
For sure.
than what those other two games are doing. Which
Totally.
is just wild. And again, Dispatch,
Dispatch.
the art direction of that is insane. Yeah.
For sure.
I heard somebody call Yote, described it as it looked like Seattle, and Yote, I'm like, what? do you mean? Like, it's always gray. I'm like, what is it? I was like, okay.
There's a lot of green and whites in there for sure, and reds.
I'm not sure that I would.
It's very
like,
colorful.
I'm the
almost
defender
100%
of
of
player
that shit.
here on this panel, but like, I'm not sure I would put it in it for art direction either.
Audio design, Battlefield 6. I mean, Battlefield always leading the way in audio design for sure.
Yeah, the Battlefield I see there. You skipped music though, and I've got to give my rant that like
Go for it.
Mario Kart World
Oh, yeah, blood.
Oh, yeah, Mario Kart's
Blood.
great.
fully
music.
freaking overlooked
Blood.
here. Yeah,
For which one?
Mario Kart World for music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, music.
Also, we have to-
absolutely
Music.
incredible soundtrack.
We also have to mention that
This
best score in
category.
music this year is leveled up by Spotify. You know,
Leveled up by
Honor-
I
Spotify.
honestly
honor
don't
the
care
corporate
about that.
overlords.
This category historically just ignores.
It
Yeah.
means
Not very good
nothing
with
to the
Japan.
nominees. So
Yeah.
Not very good with Japan or Nintendo. So.
Best performance. I am a Dollman stan. I think Dollman is absolutely the best character of 2025. He is all of our therapists. Literally the best, and just totally overlooked here for 3 Expedition 33 nominations, and Troy Baker is so good as Indiana Jones, but also just like mimicking Harrison Ford.
I don't know. I
No,
think Troy
I'm
is
not
one of the ones that
discrediting-
should be there. Yeah.
He is amazing in it for sure.
And Indy got kind of overlooked again for those reasons that we were talking about for being a December game.
yeah, like
sure.
none of the supporting characters that were really
Yeah.
good in Indiana Jones got in there.
yeah.
I am again very happy to see Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F in there.
So sick,
She did
I
a
love
great job. And I think did both the English and Japanese, maybe? I think.
No,
That's-
there was a different
For
English
the main
actor.
for the main character? I'll have to look
I
again.
think
but
so.
When I was looking, I thought it was one
Interesting.
person for that character.
I think you had submitted both of them, actually.
That's sick.
I thought I submitted just her, but
No, you submitted both of them because Susie Young, I think, is the other.
oh, okay. Maybe neither of them had an IMDb picture. Maybe that's what I'm remembering.
We never miss a beat to criticize Ubisoft, but I would like to give a shout out to their innovation and accessibility with Assassin's Creed Shadows here. This is, one of the most, it's always one of the biggest budget, most expensive games, and their accessibility options are always top tier, leading the pack. Always highly regarded.
I not at all surprised that it wouldn't have made the list, but again, acting for me,
Yeah.
freaking Pinky. The actor that did Pinky in Promise Mascot Agency.
Oh my
What a
god.
freaking performance.
Promise mascot, dude. Where is it? Easy Allies Game of the Year awards. Be ready. Yeah, Games for Impact. Lost Records is sick, and I still need to get to Despelote. I haven't played it yet. That is like a 2 or 3 hour game that is high on my
Despelote is
list.
great.
It's been installed forever. Best indie game, Ball
there's-
X Pit.
The games for impact, though, the very snub one for me is To a T. To a T should be there. It should be top of the freaking list.
For sure.
And there's something I was talking about with Sophia. I mean, this isn't really my conversation, but she was saying, and I know some other people were saying, like, South of Midnight's inclusion is a little. Sometimes it seems like the categories like Games for Impact run a risk of being like, oh, this has a black character, so it's automatically included, and that feels kind of regressive sometimes, where it's like, is this really, like, what does Games for Impact exactly mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's a huge conversation, but some people were kind of flagging that, you know, who can talk to it better than I could, but
Gabby finished it, and as a person of color, would you like to comment at all, Gabby, to put
I think
you on
there's
the
a lot
spot?
more going on in there. That I
Tokenized.
wouldn't be so quick to just call it a token ad.
I mean, Gabby
so.
definitely beat that game.
But I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. We could talk about it another time, or if Gabby, if you want to talk about it. But yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Like, does it
Absolutely.
feel like a Games for Impact to you, or does it feel like just a story? Like,
Yes. Definitely feels like Games for Impact.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
the multiracial aspect of it, I think the representation of like natural disasters and the you know, people living at or below the poverty line, like affected by natural disasters,
Yeah.
and how they're affected very differently from people above the poverty line.
Just
also-
the theme of like the consequences of your actions in
That
that
too.
game.
That's less Games for Impact,
Right.
But you know, and just the representation of like Southern Black culture as an extension of Native American culture and African culture and like, you know, Yoruba, etc. Yeah, I think it is a Game for Impact.
Sick. All right.
Oh,
There it is.
Yeah.
And I really want to play
Was-
Despelote.
was the what were the nominees for it again? Did the one about
Games
the
for Impact,
recovering
Consume Me, Despelote, Lost Records, South of Midnight, and Wanderstop.
what was it? Oh, it's not out yet. Never mind. Next year.
Got it.
The one about recovering artifacts stolen.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
see,
Reloaded
like
is not
that-
out yet.
That's not out yet.
Yeah.
That
that
was
to
only
me
a demo.
seems like I guess what I was trying to
actually
say.
would definitely need to be on the list.
I guess what I
Yeah.
was trying to say is like, what does the name of this category mean? Because like Lost
Yeah.
Records, Bloom and Rage, what does that mean in this category? Like,
Right.
because it's, to me, it's like, okay, if there's a game with a trans character in it, I wouldn't want it to just be automatically included in this because
Yeah.
that's othering. It's denormalizing that people are just trans sometimes.
In the cynical take, but it's also saying in the optimistic take that it has an impact and that it should be celebrated for celebrating this thing, maybe?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
but like inclusion should be higher than the baseline, right?
Yeah,
and like
yeah, for
simply
sure.
being represented is awesome, and
Yeah.
you do want to see representation in things, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's sort of it's just a complicated category for
But
me.
like they have representation, so why would we criticize it?
I'm not. That's the thing, is I'm not criticizing it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think it's really cool, but I just want us to include things on purpose, not just because it
Yeah.
includes someone.
I see
you
what you're
know
saying.
what I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying, for sure,
And
for
like
sure.
Gabby sold South of Midnight in a great way, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking Lost Records. I'm like, what is the impact exactly?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's
And I beat that
definitely
game.
a weird. Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing to try to put your finger on because, like, it's the moment I finished Despelote, I'm like, well, that was a Games for Impact freaking video game.
Right.
But, like, I couldn't exactly tell you, like, what does it impact? You know, it's just, there's just something about something that's that personal and raw and, like, and it's not even like, that's not even like a solo developer, you know, it's like, that's
Sure.
a team that still put it together, but it's about this one guy's life, but like a fantastical version of it. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Sick. Good
Yeah,
taste.
it's just an interesting thing that is, and because it's nominated by such a disparate group of jury members.
Yeah.
It's always
Uh,
interesting to see what gets in there. Like
Consuming
what,
is kind of similar to. I haven't put the time into it.
Yeah.
But
like
you
what
know.
do these
Yeah.
jurors consider to be a game for for impact? Yeah, and like what do they miss? Yeah.
One of
It's
the last
just
ones
interesting.
I want to talk about is best indie game. It is stacked as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Absalom is actually the weakest link, which is insane. Absalom, great game. Ball X Pit, one of my sentimental favorites. Platinum that shit. Blueprints, Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Silk Song. Whoa.
It's freaking wild.
Just whoa. Whoa. Way more interesting than Game of the Year, honestly, is Best Indie Game. That category is so interesting. And I love Blueprints is there. Can Blueprints win, please? Even though...
I want Blueprints to win something. But
know.
the fact that it's up against Clair Obscur in both Best Indie and Best Debut is... I think that's very strange. But it's one of those things where it's like, how will the jurors at large do this thing, right? Because it's always like at the Oscars where it's like, if a movie is in Best Picture and Best Animated, almost always you're
win.
like, well, we know it's winning Best Animated
For
because they're going to throw it the bone there and give something else Game of the Year or movie, Best Picture. But in this case, I do think it seems pretty obvious that Clair Obscur is going to kind of run with everything, whether I agree with that or not. But like, that's why I'm curious where it's like, are the other jurors going to vote for something other than Clair Obscur in Best Independent or Best Debut?
Right.
And I think Best Debut is where Blueprints has its best shot at winning.
Yes, I hope.
Probably. Because
Please.
I think that people are gonna kind of balk at Clair Obscur in the independent category.
Yeah.
Maybe because it has so much of Daddy's money, but I don't know. It's interesting.
What's strange to me about it is just making a distinction there when it feels like, like every one of those debut indie games, like feels like it could be in the best independent game category as well. It's just like so why?
It feels like a concession
to just get more games nominated.
Well, to get more games nominated and to give. I honestly think that this category, I don't know if this is true, but I think that this category was probably created to give a concession to games with lower budgets that were independent because of all these big giant budget independent games that count as independent getting in Best Independent. That's my guess, but I don't know.
I want to throw to Damiani for hype here, man. Best action game, Shinobi Art of Vengeance is in there. Throwing it a bone. So sick.
Pretty cool. One of the ninja guys, Gaiden 4 got in there, right? Not Ragebound, right?
Ragebound did not.
Like tough year for to get into the action game. There's so many good ones this year. But I mean,
Shinobi being there
everything
is
Blood
so
talked
sick.
about with Ninja Gaiden 4 sounded like a spiritual revengeance revival or something like that. It's like Ninja Gaiden meets like revengeance or something, which sounds awesome. This is also like a intense category. What else was in it? Because I thought there was like something
it's
here
Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Pretty intense.
Yeah, like I know they define action like that. Like they don't have a dedicated like shooter FPS. Like every year it gets me when I see action. I see like shooters in there. I'm like, well, that's how they define it. But yeah.
And to throw to Dawn, best fighting game, I concur. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Even with all the controversy. Okay.
Interesting.
What is the controversy?
That it's laggy and messy and all kinds of other...
Oh, I don't play Freaks Online. I play locally like I'm at an arcade.
They said that Don and Huber are actually like Mortal Kombat people, so like they vouch for it. I think the argument I heard in this category was that like only one game is technically a brand new game that actually came out this year.
Yeah, this is a weird thing,
and that's why like Mark of the Wolves, right? That's the one that like should win. It's like the other ones are
Legacy Collection is so sick. Anyone who disagrees is just parroting a YouTuber. Like I'm gonna discredit all of you straight up. That game is amazing.
To go like on a thing with Max, I guess, to talk about that.
Does he hate it?
I think
he's picked it apart.
I don't think he likes the Mortal Kombat thing as much as other people. He does love all the behind the scenes stuff.
That's because
he was talking about
online.
this category specifically, and I think he is like Mark of the Wolves needs to.
And
win
that is an actual snapshot of how this industry works. Is when somebody as big and legit as Max says that this game is bad, then that becomes the narrative. Truly. I'm sticking with that take. I believe it. Influencers have so much power. But if you like the history of video games and if you play offline locally with your loved ones or solo, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, one of legitimately the coolest games of the year. Straight up. Do you have my back, Don Casanova?
He says "I" to that.
Yes.
RPG was a rough one. Because Monster Hunter is in there, and there are a lot of people upset that Trails didn't get in there. Which is still,
RPG,
This is an
RPG
insane
is a
and no
category.
Citizen
Yeah.
Sleeper 2 either. Yeah.
It's like, Trails, it's,
Especially because
this one's,
People
go ahead.
didn't seem to really love Avowed or Wilds, like all things told. So it's like,
Yeah. I've seen a lot of praise for Outer Worlds too. But yeah, Valve it felt like it was okay, but not among the best of the year.
Best adaptation, Blood? You're pissed about Until Dawn? I'm pissed about Last of Us Season 2. It's garbage.
This feels like there needed to be enough nominees.
This is
and
people
forgot about
filling it
Sonic.
out. Yeah.
Dude.
This category should go away. Like this
Yeah.
Because the
category.
only
Yeah.
This
it's
category
like-
only exists because the year they added this category, they added it because there were 5 good adaptations.
Yeah.
They need to stop
Cyberpunk
it.
Edge Runners 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like Minecraft and Devil May Cry are probably like maybe.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people upset that Twisted Metal Season 2 isn't in here.
Yes.
Oh, was that out? Yeah, there you go. Kick
Yeah.
off 2 of the ones that don't have no business being on there, and there you go.
And
Like,
and like I
again-
said, Sonic the movie.
Sonic the movie
Come on.
absolutely should be here 100%. Watch our spoiler modes. Gabby and I pick Last of Us Season 2 apart. We love some stuff, but also, oof. And lastly, here's where I want to get everyone's opinion. Most anticipated game. That's always a fun one. We've got 007 First Light. We've got GTA 6. We've got Marvel's Wolverine. We've got Resident Evil Requiem. And we've got The Witcher 4. How are we feeling about the most anticipated?
I mean,
I
was
never
a fun
care
one.
about this category.
It's there. You could just crown the winner now. Like this
Yeah.
is like the most safe thing
For
you
sure,
could possibly
for sure.
do.
Yeah.
Most anticipated game in the entire history of the video game industry,
like
honestly.
this is
Resident Evil
like-
Requiem, right? That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, this is.
GTA 6 is what it is.
I mean, it's
Obviously.
clearly like a part of the hype train thing with this whole
Yeah.
show
It's a
is
hype
mine,
award.
though.
really
I love
about.
it.
It's like about driving enthusiast engagement and enthusiast
Those-
interest in gaming.
Yeah. Those are
I-
5
I'm-
games I want right fucking now. I want all 5 of these games in my veins.
I'm pretty
Honestly-
split between Wolverine and Witcher on this.
Nice.
Yeah, those are the two
Sick.
for me. Yeah.
They should just go to like it's a popularity contest specifically for this one out of everything. This should just be
Yes.
like a fan voted on only.
I
Like,
think it
agree.
is.
we should have no
mostly.
involvement in this whatsoever.
100%.
Jury has no involvement.
The
Yeah.
fans can
It
vote
sh-
for many of these, and I think this one might
They
be
can vote
weighted
for all of
higher.
them, but there's
I think they should
wait.
not be the nominees
They're
should
like a
come from the
percentage of
fans
the
as well. Most
decision.
like
Oh.
it should, the whole process for most
Yeah. I
anticipated.
thought
it did.
Should just be fan driven. I don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
Those are 5 highly anticipated games. IO, Rockstar, Insomniac, Capcom, CD Projekt. Let's go. All those things are cooking. I didn't see the new Super Mario Brothers on here though. Damiani, what gives? Where's that?
What new Super Mario Bros?
What new Super Mario Brothers exactly? Where is it?
What, for most anticipated? There's
Yeah.
no new Super Mario Brothers. What are you talking about?
That's my point. Where is it?
Oh,
Where is it, bro?
Amazing.
It's cooking. It's cooking. No rush for Mario. All right, any other beautiful final takes on the Game Awards? It is just it gets us all going. It's so fun because it is just a snapshot of the entire year of games. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Any other takes? Or
I feel
thoughts?
like I still
Yeah.
feel like some of the categories should be maybe reworked. Like I don't think we
Yeah.
need adaptation. I always assert we don't need to differentiate between action and action adventure, but like I know I'm alone on that. I just think it's silly. Call them action and adventure separately. Like just don't say
Yeah.
adventure in the other one. I don't
Right.
know. But also I think Sim strategy gets really bizarre because like the alters Final Fantasy Tactics, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Civ 7 shouldn't probably be on there anyway. Tempest Rising and 2 Point Museum is like those are all kind of different, but kind of samey. And then like no puzzle category
Yeah. This is a bad year to not have a puzzle.
Yeah.
is like
category.
kind of wild because like
Yeah.
I don't know.
This
it
is
just
actu-
feels like it could have some reworks.
I'm with you 1,000,000%, but at least this year they are a little more defined. But action and action adventure is always weird.
It's always kind of weird.
Yeah. At least this year the action games are like non-stop shooting or slashing, and then the action adventure actually have like walking around,
Yeah.
exploring.
Yeah.
But
I
like
mean, it almost always means third-person games versus first or side scrollers. Usually, like I know Silksong's in action adventure,
yeah.
but it's like Shinobi's in action, so it's like
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The one thing that I thought was a little strange too is that like Bonanza is like on the GOTY list, but it's not in the action adventure list.
Family.
For
Best
some
family
reason, it's in the
Bonanza.
family list, and I'm like, okay. I mean, sure.
Family is such an odd category too, because it's like it doesn't actually mean games to play with your family or with young ones. It just means best game that
Is E10 or
is
less,
E10
right?
or less. Yeah, or
No
or
Pokemon
that
there.
Nintendo put out. Oh, because Pokemon's not good. They don't make good video
God,
games.
I just
But-
I wanted to go to the Pokemon people and see if that's a snub or not. I don't know.
No, I don't think anyone
No.
thinks that game is that great.
Got it.
I don't know where you put it. It's not gonna hit RPG. It's not gonna hit multiplayer. It's not gonna hit family.
One last shout out to Rematch being nominated for best sports game.
Yeah, that's
that's
good.
sick. Awesome.
But
And
that's also a weird category. But yeah.
But it should be in fighting, really.
Arc Raiders is winning best multiplayer for sure.
I think
But-
Peak will win that.
And Night Rain, that's hardcore. And Split Fiction, that's
Night Rain,
hardcore.
I don't think Night Rain will win that.
I don't-
I honestly
I don't know
think
what that
Peak has
is.
a shot at that.
That'd be sick. But then Arc Raiders get snubbed.
I think to me it's between Arc Raiders and Peak probably,
Yeah.
and maybe Split Fiction if they want to throw it a bone. But
Yeah. Alrighty. That's always so fun. It's the most fun. I never had more fun talking about Game of the Year awards because it is, again, just all of it. Here it is. Where does it all stack up and why? It's so much fun. Which brings us next to the Xbox Partner Preview, which we reacted to earlier today. It was about 30 plus minutes of upcoming Xbox games. Play Anywhere, of course. As
yeah, they were really pushing, you
Yes.
know, that
dramatic opening text.
dramatically.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
It was like a war movie.
one of these.
In the beginning, there was Play Anywhere. My goodness.
There's a
Xbox
phrase.
Chapter 1 verses 3 through 17.
Yeah, so here's a phrase again. We're talking about weird little marketing things. I had not noticed until this week for this showcase. Xbox on PC, right? Like we've talked about, like
PC Game Pass versus
yeah, you
other.
can play these games on PC. You can download from the Windows Store. I don't recall seeing Xbox on PC
Yeah.
as a thing before. I could be just misremembering.
Let us know,
or
chat.
whatever.
Let us know,
But
chat.
yeah.
But Blood is pretty sure about this, and he's usually right when he's pretty sure about things like that.
I was just reminded of something that I recently heard. I think Schreier or somebody wrote about it, but Microsoft internally has stopped using the phrase profit margins and is instead using accountability margins,
Whoa.
which is so fucking weird.
That is corporate.
That is so weird.
Corpo speed.
That is corpo speak, Tommy.
Yeah, Google that. It's weird.
Yeah. All right. Stop me if you want to talk about him. We'll just run him down real quick. Armatus was a third-person shooter with like armor and a scythe. I thought it was Darksiders for a minute. It's definitely not.
That was the common thread of this direct was like games that we thought were seven other games.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For
Yeah, there were a lot of
sure.
new IP, which is nice.
Yeah.
This takes place in Dark Paris.
Dark Paris.
Upside down.
Yeah, Vecna, final boss. It looks cool. Good movement, good visuals. I always love having a gun and a melee. I think that's just like inherently
Yeah, this is a
cool.
roguelite, apparently.
And I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how this shakes up. Artemis. It's also coming to PS5 and Switch too. if we're keeping track.
Yeah, no, it was interesting to see that in the Xbox
For
showcase that like, oh, they
Yes.
are actually going to tell us the other platforms now.
Yeah, Blood. Great point, dude. The walls are just coming down on all that stuff. Next, we saw The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu. There's pirates, there's zombies, there's worm people.
Yeah.
I thought it was Greedfall 2. Again, we're going to say what we thought it was on all of these. Like,
Yeah, Nacon is publishing this.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. Summer 2026.
looks cool. Is it co-op or single player, Blood? It was my question.
Form a squad of 2 to 4 members
Oh my God, we're playing.
to search for a legendary underground city.
It
We
had
are
like Vermintide vibes to me in that way.
Yes, Isla.
Yeah.
I want to play this with the allies.
Wait,
Let's
did you
go.
say 2 to 4?
Yes.
So do you have to play it with other people?
You can probably solo queue.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
But-
see if there's, I don't know
Yeah.
if it says anything more about that. But it is inspired by the novella The Mound from H.P.
Oh.
Lovecraft. So it is very directly Lovecraft.
Okay.
16th century.
Watching The New World tonight. 10 out of 10 movie underrated.
Begins in the Explorer's Galleon where players gather. Yeah, I think you do need to like lobby up. Select
it.
your next mission and choose to gather the weapons and equipment that will give them a chance to survive.
Got it.
Cool. Once ashore, players must work together to survive the cursed jungle, find treasure, complete their mission. So it's almost like an extraction shooter.
Yeah, seems like
Make it back to the galleon alive.
Cool.
So it's a Lovecraftian 16th century extraction shooter.
Cool. Crazy sentence.
Summer 2026.
My man Dave is coming back. Dave the Diver in the Jungle. Also now on Xbox, which is psycho that it wasn't. That's psycho. I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with like a lot of these, smaller games.
Yeah.
That like.
Oh, it's one
they,
of the best.
They come out on PC or whatever first, or like you were telling me about. I hadn't realized that that Hades 2 at the time was only PC and Switch.
PC and Switch, yeah.
So it's like, oh, it still needs to come to the other consoles.
Totally.
So.
Oh,
And it's hitting all those awards as well.
yeah. Next was Crow Sworn.
Yeah, get a new look at this. So like 2 Decembers ago, I think.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
We had seen this at Day of the Devs and played some of it. And liked
Plague
what we saw.
Song. Hollow Plague.
Yes. It is very Hollow Knight. You got a guy in a cloak and a top hat and a plague
Yeah.
mask. But he's got a gun
Yeah.
as well as his scythe and whatever else.
Hugely on my radar.
Yeah.
Hugely.
Yeah, it's a nice looking game. It's very also similar to Hollow Knight. It is
Yeah.
like a hand drawn
Looks
character art and environments and everything.
Looks so sick.
Yeah.
Echo Generation 2. I never knew there was a 1, but this looks awesome. There's voxel horror card battles, cyberpunk level, jungle level, Mad Max level.
Oh, Coco Cucumber. Yeah, we've played some of their games before.
Looked awesome.
Yeah. Because they did some other voxel games
Yep.
in the past, so they've really been leaning into that and developing that stuff.
Looks really cool.
2026. Let's see. They also put out an update for the first game.
Got it.
So they put in a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
Fast travel, 12 new languages, enhanced
Well,
combat system, visual upgrades.
Honestly, this looks so cool that I'm very intrigued about the first
Yeah,
one. now.
so the first game they're putting a 65% discount on Xbox and a
Beautiful.
40% discount on Steam
There it is.
until the 25th.
Damiani. It's time. Vampire Crawlers. Spit, bro. Spit. Thoughts. Go.
I just saw before we started doing the podcast, I saw a headline saying Vampire Crawlers. I'm like, wait, what? I thought it was like something added to Vampire Survivors, so I was confused until
Yeah.
I got to the part where it said new game. I'm like,
I know because
okay,
they have
like,
added so much. The trailer was insane that it was like this big budget 3D realistic looking game. I thought it was going to be Vampire Survivors 2 looking realistic or something. I was like, what?
That's how they presented it. That's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
This press release is unhinged too. It turns the snowballing thrill of Vampire Survivors into a turbo turn-based card-driven blobber. That's all caps. Those letters mean something.
Blobber.
BLOBBER with roguelite elements. Crawl through dungeons, collect shiny coins and crystals, deal screen-shattering card combos.
It looks insane. I am
it is
nervous
wild.
about how many cards are on screen at any given moment. That is a
when
lot.
I saw that one shot and it was like a bunch of cards. I'm like,
That's a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the direction of this now franchise? I mean, this is a full-blown sequel, essentially.
I mean, I'm glad they're getting to make more stuff.
Yeah.
I just had a great time with Vampire Survivors, and
Yeah, you
hopefully
did.
they can if they keep adding more to Vampire Survivors, I'll keep playing the more stuff they add to it. But honestly, like, you probably will not move on to this one.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Even
Especially when it's like you need to play like Megabonk, and which is like the
Yeah.
3D version of Vampire Survivors.
So it's
Yeah.
more the genre than the amount of goodwill that they have bestowed upon
Well,
you because you played
people-
that game for 100 hours. You don't want to see their
Well,
next game?
Yeah, like you don't have to play every game from a publisher or developer. I mean, if something you like the game and stuff. I mean, sure, you could buy it to support it and then never play it, I guess.
And
but
not that Damiani's a big Warhammer fan, but they also have the Warhammer Survivors coming out.
yeah,
which
I'm
is
probably
very
gonna try
similar,
that.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna try that.
Okay, I love it.
As far as I could tell, they're called blobbers because you control the party as one unit,
Okay.
aka a blob with many arms and legs.
Okay.
This is summarizing it from the Giant Bomb slang lexicon page here, but
That's funny.
yeah, that's I guess why it's called that. But it's usually refers to first-person party-based RPGs in which the player-controlled entity is meant to represent a
The
party
entity.
of
The
individual
entity.
characters,
Got it.
but is literally an invisible blob with arms and legs.
Don't you see? That's what the
It's
entity
the
wants us
entity.
to do.
The entity wants us to think this way,
Is it
Damiani.
exactly how we beat the entity?
It wants us to think this. But it wants us to want us to think it.
Fucking movie. Again, it had cool action sequences, but the story sucked.
It grew on me. I love it so much. 007 First Light had a weird Aston Martin thing we don't need to spend time on. Roadside Research looks like a very fun peak / Are we there yet?
Yeah.
It's like game where we're aliens in a gas station.
Yeah, you're running a gas station as aliens.
Yep.
Basically undercover, preparing for the invasion.
Yeah. Looks so fun. That has Easy Allies written all over it.
Yeah, I want to play this.
Looks very fun. Then of course
Their
Reanimate.
feet, some of their feet, man. They're so funny, their
Yeah.
designs.
It
'Cause
looks
it was
so
just like
fun.
literally just like one
Oh.
big toenail on their foot.
It
But the other
looks
guy
so
has got
fun.
like split toes. Like, I don't know. They're different.
And neither here nor there, but I love managing a shop.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like
that's
inconvenience
so
for you. Yeah.
cool. Like, let's go.
I like the shot where he's cleaning the desk with a shoe because it implies that they don't fully understand what things are for, which I
Right.
think is cute.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so good. Then it was Total Chaos. Played that at Gamescom. That is a
Oh, yeah, go back, check those
New-
impressions. Yeah.
new full game that from the creator of the original Doom mod. So this was a mod for Doom that was wildly popular. Now they are making a full-on new standalone game, Total Chaos.
Well, I think they'd even said too, like one of the problems with doing a super popular mod like that is it's like very beloved, very renowned, very
Yeah.
big among the community, but the developer's not making any money off of that.
Yeah,
So it's like, let's make it a full game
For
so
sure.
that, he can actually
profit a little bit.
Get
for
some
all
profit
that work.
from that, yeah.
Absolutely.
I love all the weirdo Doom mods that become their own things. Like, it's so cool.
Mods are so cool. Mods are awesome. I don't play enough mods anymore. I used to back in the day.
resource
Favorite mod
managed.
of all time, Matrix mod, Max Payne 1. Let's go.
Did it just turn everything green?
No, it was legitimately you wore a trench coat and you could do kung fu in Max Payne. It was insane. And they even had the lobby area as one of there was a map that you could just do
Oh,
the
hell yeah.
lobby. You can run on the wall. Oh, it was so cool. Matrix
Sick.
mod. It was so cool.
Oh, he also did Turbo Overkill.
Oh, shit. Okay. Then we have Reanimal. A demo is out now.
Yeah.
I don't play demos. February 13th. This is hyped.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I
This is so
got to
hyped.
play just a little bit at Gamescom, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Even
Remember-
playing with a stranger, getting those co-op moments in there and figuring it out, and then then you get these freaky flat guys chasing you, and like, oh dang, just,
Freaky flat guys.
yeah, just the animations on some of these creatures and the creativity. It's like, yeah.
Yes. And of course, we talk about it all the time, but it's from the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, the original creators of that. They didn't do 3. They're doing Reanimal. So very, very hyped. Then it was Erosion Blood, and you got some notes on this.
Yeah, so I got to see an early look at this earlier this week and get a presentation from the devs. And it's one of those games where it's like, okay, when you see like just a couple of seconds of it, it's just like, okay, one of these or whatever, and top-down shooter. But the more they went into it, like the more depth I realized that there is in this, and so it's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out.
Looks awesome.
So it's all voxel-based graphics, and kind of, loosely similar to Bonanza being voxel-based, is like that allows you to just like rip through a lot of the environment. And it also, they were talking about them, it allows them to bring in a lot of elements very quickly. Into the engine and the game world and stuff. But it's a blend of things. So you have a handcrafted overworld. So kind of think of overworld that's kind of similar to like old school top-down Fallout.
Yeah.
And then you have these procedurally generated dungeons.
Got it.
And going into the dungeons is a little bit more like Hades or something, right? So you're just trying to get further and further in. And you are trying to rescue your daughter who's been kidnapped.
Jessica!
Exactly.
Wife or daughter Jessica.
And then there's some other things that are in there, like you saw the poker, you saw the racing, you saw one of the bosses. It's a giant snake that's based on the Snake game, the classic Snake game. But the crazy little twist here is that when you die on a run, then you lose a decade. So time goes forward.
Sifu.
Time shifts forward.
As Gabby.
Yes.
Sort of
Gabby
like
brought up.
Sifu, but Sifu, you just age, right? The
Yeah,
world
the
doesn't
world-
change.
fair
So
point.
here, the world changes. And
Fair
this is a
point.
big,
That's cool.
Fair
big
point.
thing of what happens is
the
because you see places change, you see characters change, you see consequences.
That's
That'd be
so intense.
depressing.
That is so intense,
You die,
Damiani.
you fail so much, people around you start dying and stuff. It's
Dude.
oh my god.
Well, that's what they showed in the trailer,
Motivation
Damiani. They
to not
showed like
lose.
High
you
stakes.
coming up and rescuing the daughter at different times, and like, oh, you rescued her as a child. Oh, you rescued her as an adult. Oh, you rescued her as an old woman and she dies in front of you. But
also, if it's a decade each, that means you get like 8 tries.
right. So there
Before, like,
are
everyone is dead.
so
like
there
9,
are
10
things
tries.
in the overworld that you discover to find ways to travel back in time. So that's part of the exploration
okay.
of the game, is to buy yourself more time. And then they talked about there's a lot of different biomes. We saw like a desert, swamp, ancient cities, over 100 weapons and skills to unlock. They talked about like having, the importance of some silly builds and stuff. One that I really liked, Huber, is they talked about a combination of ice and lasers.
Whoa.
And so, like, if you have, like, these ice cubes out there or, like, a frozen enemy, and then you hit it with the laser, then the laser will split. It will fork into 2 different directions. And then, similarly, if that laser hits another, and then so you can create, like, some freaking chaos.
This sounds like some ball pit shit.
Exactly. Like, that build in particular. Oh, yeah, some of the other bosses, they say, so there's the one that's inspired by Snake, but they also said bosses that are inspired by DDR, Tetris,
Okay.
Space Invaders.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
And then one of the quests that they talk about in terms of like the choices and consequences and the time change. So they talked about this, if you go into the shopkeeper will give you this quest. He's talking about this farm. He can't get his eggs because this farm has been taken over by these chicken cultists. And so you have a few options here. So if you go and you take out the chicken cultists, then 10 years later, that shopkeeper is now a tyrant.
Whoa.
He's like used his monopoly power to just like take over the town.
That's very interesting.
If you go to the cultist first and you take out the shopkeeper, then 10 years later, that shop is now closed permanently. You don't have a shop. Whoa. So,
That's crazy.
and then if you take out the villagers and the cultists, then that town just becomes a ghost town. It's
That's what I'm doing.
and
Take 'em all out.
Yeah. There's a camp that you upgrade to, raise your strength and stuff so that you can get, better
So if you
runs and
die,
stuff.
if you die of old age, you know, you die 8-9 times or whatever, then is it a full wipe, or do
I don't think you actually wipe. I think
Okay.
then you probably, I don't know exactly how
Yeah.
it works, like when you get to a certain amount of time, if you just die
Yeah.
a lot in a row, but it's not, you're not meant to be in a place where you have
Got
to
it.
start the entire process over.
Got it. You'll have some permanent
Right.
roguelike upgrades
Yeah.
for
They,
sure.
yeah, they say there's a limit to the timeline, not a full fail state.
Got it. Oh,
And there is an end game if you do rescue your daughter. So there's more to go if you to keep
if you
playing.
survive long enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sounds so fun. Sounds great.
So they're gonna launch it with single player. They might add 2-player later on.
Coming out in 2026.
Inspired by Adventure Time, if you want to know some idea of the vibes in the world and stuff like that.
It's the Benedict Fox devs, I guess.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what chat was saying.
Okay.
Wow. Awesome.
And then I'm trying to see what else, if there's anything else in there. I'm looking because we had a Q&A afterwards too. Yeah, and then the rest of this is just sort of like some of the publishers' decisions and stuff. So
Nice.
yeah, good
All
stuff.
right. It's time. It is time. I cannot believe it. I have been wanting this. I have been begging for this, but they're doing a different genre. This is crazy. Zoopunk was announced, and if you watch our reactions, we think it's in the Fist timeline. We didn't know. Now it is confirmed. Zoopunk, a sequel, we think it's a prequel.
It is a prequel. Yeah.
According to IGN first, it's a prequel.
A fucking prequel to Fist, Forge and Shadow Torch, which is a 2021 Metroidvania game. Go watch our goatees. It is one of my favorite Metroidvania games by far. This game is so freaking good. I am obsessed. It is a Metroidvania where you have a big fist, the titular fist. You can change it to like a drill or like a big fist. And it's just.
But importantly, you play as a giant rabbit.
You play as a giant rabbit, and like there are cool towns. He's obsessed with like ramen, freaking Naruto style, little hub area, side quests. It's just a really good Metroidvania that I encourage everyone to play. That game is so sick. Like it is so good.
Well,
And
he's also like a grizzled veteran, like
he's
getting
so
back
punished.
into the fight.
He's so punished. And the biggest thing about it is that it just keeps getting better. It is one of those games. It starts good and it ends better than it started. Just a constant build as you get more and more and more, and the game gets like easier and harder at the same time, which I love. You have like more options and more convenience, but the enemies get stronger, so it's like really, really nice and cozy. And here we are with freaking Zoopunk. Completely different genre.
Yeah.
Why do
Wow.
you think they didn't say it was related to Fist in this presentation?
Probably.
Did Fist underperform?
I mean,
or?
I think there
two
might have been
reasons.
something in there that we just didn't catch in a live setting, but
Yeah, I think two reasons you don't overly hype it is, one, you don't want to scare people away that haven't played the first one.
Yeah.
That's always the thing. Well, I haven't played the first one or the second one or the third one. I'm out. I need to go play the originals before I even care about this. And then two is the people that do care about it will find out eventually, and they will be hyped on that aspect. So you're kind of appeasing to both in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. But an entirely new genre. And what do I love more than anything? Resident Evil. What does Resident Evil always fucking do? Complete genre shift. Complete genre change. Within the same universe, that is like the most exciting thing in video games. When you retain the universe that the game is set in a completely different way. That is so fun. It's so awesome.
Also, this deer guy is super
So
cool looking.
Some staff.
Yeah, dude.
I know you love twin blades. What are your thoughts on stabs?
Love a staff.
Okay. Cool.
If I'm given the choice, frankly, I'll go dual wield every day of the week, right?
Yeah.
Including tonfas. Love a tonfa.
Yes,
You
love
don't
a
get enough
tonfa.
tonfa choices in gaming.
Yeah.
There, I said it. After that, bow staff. Like
Bow
a twin
staff.
blade kind of a situation. Love that. Love things because it's still fast. You're whipping it around. Then I like bow and arrow.
Hell yeah. How I love a staff that you can take apart and
Yeah,
then dual wield.
yeah.
That's so sick.
Or maybe a sword that can you take apart and put into one
Yes.
thing, like my tattoo.
Yes. So Zoopunk, that's coming out in a long time. I'm not even
2027.
Neo
yeah.
does have great Tonfa. I always did Tonfa builds in Neo.
When we log off from this podcast, I will not think about this game for a year because it is a 2027 game.
They did talk about
So-
3 characters too, Huber. So you've got the rabbit whose name is Rayton.
Yep. My man. He's
and-
so punished. He's so punished.
Is that his name in the other one? That's
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
rabbit
yeah, yeah.
confirmed? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have Brat and the Rhino with a big old flame sword. And then Trixie the Chipmunk.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love
Which is the speedier acrobatic one.
Fist is so good. I love it so much. I love that game. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That's so cool. I just can't. I can't wait. Next up is Clover Pit coming to Xbox today. There's also DLC coming for everyone that has already been grinding those slots. Then next is Eminem. Has already made his presence felt in Fortnite heavily, so like him in a video game isn't as shocking. But what is shocking is that he is coming to Hitman in general. That is insane. That is nuts.
The fact that it's straight up just him too.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. How did this? I want to know how it happened, Isla. Who
Yeah.
approached whom?
Yeah, were they like at a party and then someone was like, "Oh yeah, we made Hitman," and he was like, "Wait, I love Hitman." Like,
Yeah.
who knows?
Like his agent came to his house and he just saw him playing Hitman or something. He's like, I'm gonna reach out to IO about this. Like,
But
what?
also the fact that they have spaghetti in the trailer, and I did in fact order spaghetti right after
Yeah,
we
spaghetti
reacted to this.
influencers. Yeah.
I was influenced.
Yeah. And just a shout out that even though they're working on 007, Hitman is still getting new content. That is awesome. I mean, that is one of the gifts of video games is the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. We should be so lucky to have that trilogy of games. Next is Tides of Annihilation.
Yeah, I've got some more info here. This sounds all wild. Eclipse Glow Games, Kun Fu, the game producer, put a blog up on Xbox Wire. Action-adventure game, modern-day Invasion Fractured London.
Invasion Fractured London. What?
Lone survivor Gwendolyn seeks the Holy Grail to rescue her sister and restore the world.
The Order?
Yeah, exactly.
What is going on here?
And yeah, you summon and command spectral forms of the Knights of the Round Table,
Wow.
utilizing their attacks and customizable abilities in combat.
King Arthur's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. So, and here you're using Sir Lamorak to overcome the mirror space folded realm, which is all that mirror craziness we saw in this. I mean, this was, they even said this was like an unedited boss fight. that
This
they
is a
showed.
word and visual salad.
Yeah, there's a lot going on visually. And I'm sure it's not helped by compression, even though it doesn't look that bad. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, in person, it's probably way
Yeah.
more crisp.
Looks cool. I mean, it looks cool. Cool battleground, cool combat. I love a good dash attack, dash dodge. Summoning. Like people are coming in like on your side. That big like dreadlock character is coming in with a big spear. Looks like you're shattering like different dimensions almost. Like out of control. For
It's also
sure.
funny because you can like, it's one of those things where it's like playing this probably feels way better, way different than seeing it because you can see where the button presses are by all the little hitches in the video. Because it's like that's not performance issues. That's
Loading the quick time.
or no, it's like screen pause to show impact and that kind of stuff. But it's like telling you that your input happened.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching, you can see it here and there. But yeah.
Inspired by iconic action scenes from Inception, The Matrix, and Doctor Strange.
There you go.
Huber.
There you go. Different realities.
Yeah. Trying to see what else. There's a lot here.
Crazy. Tides of Annihilation coming. I'm sure it's a little ways away, but definitely visually striking.
Yeah.
And then lastly, a sequel, which I had never even heard of the original.
You
came
hadn't
out.
heard it? I think you would recognize it if we showed it to you. But yeah.
I remember us reacting to it back in the day.
But this is very similar to Fist, where it's like they've completely shifted genres and looks and everything.
This
so.
looks and sounds very cool, this game.
Yeah.
Raji Kaliuga. Kaliuga. This is a follow-up to Raji.
It was just Raji before, the first game.
Raji in Ancient Epic Blood is what it's called.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
One of those subtitles that's kind of like
Yes.
it's a description rather than like a title.
I knew
But
there was
yeah.
something there. Came out in 2020, so the dark times of
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's why we don't remember, because all of
that-
our brains shut off after 2016 and just
yeah.
we reappeared somewhere. in
Yeah,
the
they talked
interim.
about when they made that game, they were a small team with limited resources, and now we have evolved into a mature and intentional studio.
Yeah.
Our learning extends beyond just making a game. We've learned to build a universe, it's the first game ended on a cliffhanger, so this is kind of continuing where
So
that
the
came.
fans are pumped for sure. If
Yeah.
you're on a cliffhanger, like you wanna keep going there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're 6 years after that game in the timeline, you've got gods, asuras, mystical forces,
Kind of a
warlord,
Hellblade vibe from the trailer. Again, they didn't show gameplay blood. so,
Mahabalasura. Yeah. And then, that's the other thing too, is you have her brother in this as well.
Plague Tale vibes.
So he's a dream walker haunted by visions of the past and future. So yeah, actually kind of
Plague Tale-ish.
Plague Tale-ish a little bit
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Sick. Oh, is it both of
Whoops.
their names or something? Kali Yuga?
Well,
No,
Kali is a god or whatever,
his
right?
name is Darsh.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they are
Kalima
you do go back and
Shuktide
forth.
Hubert.
Kalima Shatide.
I think she was saying that in her chant. It sounded pretty
Yeah.
similar to that.
Temple of Doom tonight. This was a very intriguing setting. Super down. And, like we were just talking about with Fist, haven't played the first one. How can I be hyped about this one if I haven't played the first? But now the hype for this one gets me hyped on that one. Does that make
Right,
sense?
right,
It's
right.
like, I got to go back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
go
with
back.
this one it might be best to play the first one.
Yeah, if it ends
Yeah.
on a cliffhanger, it seems like a direct continuation,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, there it is, the Xbox partner preview. Pretty brisk, solid pace. I mean, it was cool. It was fine. It was great. It was good.
And again, I like that there's a lot of stuff in there that we wouldn't necessarily
Yeah.
be looking for or anticipating. Some new, brand new titles in there. Some
sure.
things that we had sort of seen before, but like Tides of Annihilation. Like I'd heard of that before, but like we hadn't really had a good look at it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Any other final takes from anybody, or should we move on?
Oh, the first game sold 2.5 million, so that's not
Wow.
bad.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Jeez, Throw a Rock hit a million game seller.
Reach. Oh, it's probably on Game Pass too, so it's probably not, 100% sold copies, but
Got
with
it.
Game Pass, that many people have played it.
Sick. Zoopunk.
Mm,
Good
mhm.
name too. Good name. Play Fist. Do it. Don't skip it. It's not that long. All right, we got more to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like, subscribe, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. It really helps us out. It helps us all stay connected because we love you and you love us. Symbiotic relationship, Venom style, symbiote
No.
suit.
No.
We make
Neither
each
one of
other
us is a parasite.
stronger. Tom Hardy and Venom have a bromance. Bloodworth, have you seen all three of them? It is
No,
a
I haven't
mutual
watched those
bond.
movies.
There is a bond there. They love each other. They can't live without each other. They can't do it. Alrighty. And now a word from our sponsors.
When we're young, we dream of being all kinds of things, like astronauts, presidents, princesses, warriors, video game characters, tornado chasers. The list is as long as the movies and games that I saw as a kid. But as you get older, your dreams change and you focus less on running the world and maybe how you can take your skills and turn them into something you can actually run, like your own business. But you need a lot of stuff to run a business. You need a website, a payment system, a logo, a way to get new customers, advertising, that whole shebang. It's all really overwhelming, frankly, and confusing, and there's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of stuff to do. But thankfully, that's where today's sponsor, Shopify, comes in. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. But what if you can't design a website? Shopify has got you from the get-go with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. And if you need a hand, you can get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. And what if people haven't heard about your business? Well, Shopify can help you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And if you ever get stuck, Shopify is always around to share their advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allies. Go to shopify.com/allies, shopify.com/allies.
And if you are a sponsor of Easy Allies, thank you so much. Or a patron, whatever, all of it. We love you so much. Even on right here on Twitch, if you sub to Twitch as well. We love you all. Thank you so much. All right. Which brings us to some game impressions. And we are joined by Gabby. Because Gabby and I have been playing Black Ops 7. Now, Gabby, I have heard through the grapevine that everyone is bitter at this game.
That was
it was a little bit of a
surprise to
shock.
me. Yeah.
Exactly, because we've been having a blast. Absolutely.
Hey.
We have been having a damn blast.
Yeah.
Because what is a co-op game? It is who you play with. It is everything. Like, this is the most co-op friendly Call of Duty ever. And that is huge context as we get into this conversation, that if you are a multiplayer bro that is obsessed with like deathmatch, all that, this is not your year for Call of Duty, straight up. Like, this is the co-op campaign zombies year. For sure.
And Huber and I we never played with mics on.
No mics, no randoms.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was still like pretty easy to communicate and, move through the world without difficulty.
Yes. So the big thing this year, obviously, is universal progression, which recently I felt I was like yelling about that. I don't know when, but it was recent. And here we are with Black Ops 7, universal progression. So any mode you play, any gun you use, you're leveling up.
Yeah.
You're leveling up.
Yeah.
Like, by the time I got into multiplayer, I was level like 30-something.
Yeah,
Because
same.
I always play the campaign first in Call of Duty. It's just how I roll. It's how I operate.
Yeah.
Gotta get through it. And the big thing this year is that there is this full-on campaign and then an end game. But before we get to the end game, Gabby, just tell us your thoughts about the structured campaign of Call of Duty.
So it's up to 4-player co-op?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Michael Rooker's in there.
Michael Rooker's in there.
Milo Ventimiglia's in there. And Isla, out of nowhere, guess who is one of the main characters of this game?
She stepped out for a second.
Bobby from The Expanse.
The Martian from The
Let's
Expanse, yeah.
go.
And she's amazing.
Yes. And then there's the other person who says like 3 words.
And Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah, we said
say
that.
him already?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
But there's like a fourth person who
There is.
literally says 3 total things the entire game. I don't even remember their name.
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
remember who that is.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what the premise of the game is, so I'm not going to worry about that. But
Same. I think we said what is going on like 9 times.
like during every cutscene, I would text Huber and be like, "Any idea if this is a dream or real life?" And he was
like,
like,
what is
"No."
happening?
Like it's whatever. The campaign is incomprehensible, like story wise.
Yeah.
But the one cool thing is that you do kind of switch back and forth between reality and like a kind of
hallucination
thing where you're like, running on floating pieces of
debris. Yeah.
But it's really fun.
It's really fun.
It's really fun. And like I've played Call of Duty before, but I was nervous playing with Huber at first because he's played a lot more.
I've finished every single one.
Yeah, exactly. He's played
every
a lot more
single
than I
Call
have.
of Duty campaign I've finished.
But even though I wanted to stop and look at stuff more than Huber did, I never felt like left behind or like I was way underpowered or anything, even though you had, a couple levels on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never felt like incompetent or I was like waiting for Huber to kill everybody so that I could do other stuff.
The co-op nature is so well done. That is how I am judging this year of Call of Duty. Everybody, before you get pissed, because I guess everyone is not happy about this one. I've tuned out the noise for a lot of things on the internet lately. So, but yeah, the main thing for this year to me is co-op. So that is how I'm going to judge this year's Call of Duty, because we get this thing every year. Now, you can have 50 million side discussions and pocket discussions and takes about Call of Duty because it is the highest budget, highest selling game that comes out every year for the last 2 fucking decades. Every single year for 20 years, we have got a Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Obviously, some are better, some are worse. We're going to be judging this, judging that, whatever. I think at the end of the day, this one is offering a really, really compelling and cool co-op experience. And you've just got to lean into, like most things in life and video games as well, lean into the good stuff.
Yeah.
And the good stuff is the co-op.
Yeah.
And we are just, we love it.
It's so much fun. And it goes fast. Like you are moving from area to area to area to area, and each area is very different from the last. And this is, if we compare it to Battlefield, where every area was pretty much the same.
Yes.
There was the city, and then there was not the city.
City and rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the steppe of Kazakhstan. Where was it? Whatever.
Yeah.
Tajikistan. That was it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is in some ways less comprehensible, but also in a lot of ways, because you're moving so fast, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, it's fun to shoot people in Call of Duty.
Totally. And the cutscenes are rewarding because you get to take a break from the chaos for a minute. You're like, okay, I just killed 85,000 people.
Yeah.
Let me just chill for a minute. And they're always really high budget.
Yeah.
And then they're
the game looks really good.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
And then they're just speaking in word salad, so we're just laughing at it. Like,
okay.
whoa, what?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So like it is in every sense of the word big dumb fun. It's not reinventing any wheel.
Yeah.
It is Call of Duty co-op. Like there are no legendary missions. And I will interject here as well because we are coming off of Black Ops 6, and that was actually one of my favorite campaigns since the Modern Warfare reboot. I really, really liked last year's campaign. It's single player, it's structured, it's got a good variety of missions. There are stealth missions, there are like walking around, hanging out, investigating missions. There's a hub area, like you have your safe house, you can talk to people. So like as a traditional single player campaign, Black Ops 6 destroys 7, but co-op, like going through with you was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Like, just get a friend, grab a friend,
Yeah.
and play Call of Duty co-op.
It's
Grab
not
3
that deep.
friends.
It's not that
Yeah.
deep to get upset about. This is just like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm very curious what people say they didn't like
Yeah,
about it. Because
for sure.
at its worst, it's like,
We're just together, like, in a lobby shooting things.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about the end game?
We absolutely should. Damiani has a take, maybe? Damiani?
Do I have a take?
Oh, I
was
thought you were going to say
Hail.
something.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
Sorry.
say something.
Sorry, I thought you meant to take about like Endgame. I'm like,
No.
there's no way of a take on Endgame. But sorry, the thought. Anyway, the thing I was gonna say maybe was because you're coming at it from the perspective you said you were the crowd that the hardcore multiplayer crowd maybe
Yeah.
they have higher expectations every year
sure.
like they have things
Yeah.
they want to
And
see
it is-
happen
it
and when
is-
they don't happen they get like they're like
Yeah.
this is a
That's
waste of time like where are the changes I wanted and like that's different from this and like they might not care at all about the campaign like
sure.
they haven't cared about the campaign probably for a long time
Yep.
Yeah.
so that's like kind of the thing with Call of Duty that the developers have to deal with is that this is a massively huge selling, one of the
sure.
highest selling franchises of all time. But to maintain that, like they kind of do, they've seen they need to have multiple components.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
as much money and much talent you have, it is difficult to nail every aspect,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like it's
totally.
not so simple. People think it's like automatic. It's
Yeah.
like you have infinite money, hire infinite people,
Yeah.
just make the game
Well-
like amazing in all regards. It's like it's never that simple, is it?
In a perfect world, they would take some years off to make these games for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So in the current situation where this is an annual release, at least give me something different every year. And I feel like this year is different from the last couple
it's different
years.
than any one
Yeah.
I've played.
for sure. Way more co-op focus.
Also, my
You know,
big note for the campaign.
Yeah.
You never play as Michael Rooker in the campaign.
Yeah, you got to be like player 3 or 4 for that. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Let me be Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
Let me be
choose.
Yondu.
Let me choose. I
Let
understand
me
one
be
person
Meryl
has
Dixon.
to be Milo Ventimiglia, sure.
Yeah.
Let me be Michael Rooker.
Let everybody choose. You should be able to choose which of the 4 you
Yeah.
are. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's unacceptable.
Yeah. And then, again, like we said, there's a million discussions to be had about $70 every single year.
That's crazy.
You know, that is insane. Like, you really gotta know what you're getting into and what you value.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're a Call of Duty multiplayer person, like, this isn't it.
Yeah.
The deathmatch and stuff I've been playing, the maps are okay. They're just kind of sterile. Like, the combat encounters, the sight lines, just everything. Like, one of the good maps was, like, Tokyo, and I did domination on that one. That one's pretty cool because there's, like, A, B, C, and B is in the middle, but it's just, like, it's the same old stuff where, like, B is in the middle, it's everything. That's the point that's going to dictate, you know, who wins or loses the match. And then there's, like, elevated position, and it's, like, people are shooting down, you're shooting up. Like, so it's just, like, the maps aren't creative this year.
Yeah. This year's not about the multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's about the co-op.
It lacks an identity,
Yeah.
for sure.
This year, Call of Duty, every year Call of Duty asks you to do something.
Yeah.
This year, it's play with a friend.
It's play with a friend.
Yeah.
This year.
It's get a buddy and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
The
brings us,
end game to me is.
which brings us to the end game. So you beat the campaign, and then there is this thing called the end game, which takes place after the campaign narratively, and after you finish the game.
You can play as Michael Rooker in
You
this.
can finally play. You can play as anyone you want. You can choose any of the characters for this. Now, here's where it gets insane. Each character, it's permadeath. So each character levels up individually, and you're leveling up your combat rating, basically your destiny power level, your freaking, you know, XP level, whatever it is. You lose everything you have unless you extract. So it's going with the current trend of extraction
Extraction shooters.
shooters in a way. Like,
Yeah.
and the whole gameplay loop, carrot on the stick, which is what I love about this. We'll get into it. But the whole point is that there are 4 zones on the map, and each of the zones is a higher level. So zone 1 is, 0, zone 2 is 10, zone 3 is 30, and then zone 4 is 45. So each of these zones is a higher level, and which makes it so we have to drop in, kill a bunch of shit, get out, retain our level, keep doing that.
Yeah.
And that is cool because at the very end there is a final boss that
Can't
you
wait.
have to kill,
Can't
which
wait.
we have not killed
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But there is a objective at the very end, which I love. Like, give me a reason to go in and grind the level.
Yeah. And it's so fun.
It's PvE only, and 32 people drop into this. So randomly, Gabby and I are like struggling with some giant mech, and then some psycho comes out of nowhere and
and
it's
it's
like,
like
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, okay,
it's
thanks,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like someone,
yeah.
I don't know if you got this notification. Was it?
Someone was inviting us.
Yeah, someone was like, I want to join your
Yeah.
crew. And I was scared, so
Yeah.
I didn't.
I was like, we're going over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. We're doing this.
I also
know.
like. I was scared before we started playing because I was afraid Huber was going to be like, no, we have to play on the hardest difficulty possible.
Oh, yeah, there's no.
And then I would, be not having fun.
Yeah.
But there's only one difficulty.
Yeah, there's only,
And it
which
was
is shocking.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, we both were downed. I was
Yep.
downed more than you, obviously, but like both of us got down.
Yeah.
We failed a couple times.
Some hard parts.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, it's pointing and shooting and hiding behind cover,
Yeah.
but it's still like enemies were coming from all directions,
Insane.
and like there's 1,000 enemies running in one direction.
There
at
are
once.
like 85 enemies at one time. It is absurd.
And there's no place to hide really.
Yeah.
Like they come from all directions. But yeah, it's
really
a
fun.
blast.
And like, if you really analyze it, if I put on my like psycho review hat, I'm gonna be like, well, this map is pretty lifeless. It's like a war zone map with like super generic activities. Go to this
And
crate.
shoot.
Go to this crate and open it and shoot the thing that comes out.
Yeah.
Or like,
and then shoot all the people who come at you. Yeah.
yeah, go to this military base and kill all the enemies. Like everything is super boilerplate and whatever,
But it's fun.
but it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun. The abilities are
Sorry.
fun. You get
Call
like
of Duty's fun.
you get a big one of the best abilities is like the super jump.
Mine is the grappling hook.
Oh my god. So you can combo those into the wingsuit. So like
Yeah.
super jump up in the air wingsuit is just fun. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's the end game. That's the campaign. We had a blast. Like
So much fun.
as long as your expectations are.
I mean, here's the
super in
thing.
check.
Do you think if I'm a civilian, an average civilian who doesn't get games given to me for free,
Yeah.
is the campaign to you worth $70?
There's a lot of context. There's a lot of context if, do you own. When's the last time you purchased a full-time Call of Duty?
Do you have
Because
another
you're-
friend? Do you have a friend who's also willing to spend $70?
Grumbomb loves Call of Duty, but he bought it like 2 years ago, and he's in the mentality of like every couple years.
Yeah.
Because it's like a sports game,
Yeah.
A $70
Especially if the
ask-
multiplayer isn't the strongest part.
Exactly.
Like,
So, unless you have like a ride or die co-op fanatic friend, like we're saying, this might not be your Call of Duty, and I maybe wouldn't recommend it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, yo, I just want to go in and shoot things with my buddies and go through this campaign and just hang out.
Like, if the end game sounds like something you would spend a lot of time in,
Yeah.
I think it is worth $70.
Yeah.
But if you are just doing the multiplayer,
Yeah.
I-
Multiplayer is pretty weak this year.
yeah.
Not going to lie.
Like, just play Warzone is free,
Yep,
right? Like,
exactly. So
Yeah.
and then we played zombies, and that's always out of control. We
It was
never know
cha-
what
I didn't
the
know what was
hell's
going
going
on.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
But it did seem really good.
Yeah, it was
and,
fun.
And of course, there's a lot of universal progression as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even though zombies has their own, research and all that and stuff. Everyone is really friendly in zombies, though.
yeah,
Reviving.
people were yeah, exactly.
Just-
exactly.
Super friendly, and zombies is where the real ones play for sure, all the time. Like
Yeah.
good vibes.
Only saw a couple glitches.
Yeah.
Like, I fell through the world once.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, whatever.
So there it
Otherwise,
is.
Not bad.
Call of Duty, Black Ops 7.
Goaty.
Absolutely not.
But co-op game of the...
Co-op, I'd have to look, but it is definitely on my short list of favorite co-op games this year, actually. Like,
Oversplitting.
absolutely not. Absolutely
Here's the thing, low-key,
not.
I enjoy Call of Duty more than Split Fiction.
Oh my god. Yeah. I
Sorry.
mean, it's it serves a very valuable function
Yeah.
of I can play this in any mood I'm in. That's a big thing. You know, that's why I always come back to Call of Duty, is because if I'm happy, if I'm depressed, if I have 10 minutes to play a game or 3 hours to play a game, any of those situations,
I'm gonna have fun.
around a Call of Duty fits the bill.
Like, if I want to sit down
Yeah.
and guarantee that I'm gonna have fun
Yeah.
for that period of time,
Yep.
Call of Duty's perfect.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like a Werther's original or something. It's like, would I choose it? Maybe no, maybe not. But is
Duty
it
is a
delicious?
Werther's.
Yes.
The Werther's original of video games. You nailed it. Write that down, everybody. That is cold hard facts from
Take
Gabby.
notes.
Yes. So yeah, Black Ops 7 out now.
The Werther's original of video games.
The Werther's originals. If you like,
Raves.
Yeah.
Easy allies.
if you like co-op, this is a year you should pay attention for sure. Next up, we are getting into real deal quality here. Not to say Call of Duty isn't quality, but now we're getting into like quality with a capital Q. Bloodworth. Dispatch.
Yeah, man,
Here we go.
really caught me by surprise.
I think the entire industry was caught by surprise.
I think, when it was first revealed, I was into it, and then afterwards I had kind of cooled off. But once I started, I was really blown away by the quality that is evident throughout this game.
Again, we said 7th highest reviewed game of the year now.
And this is, it's a new team made up of a lot of people that were on some of the old Telltale games. So, like,
Played them all.
trying to think, Tales from the Borderlands.
Tales from the Borderlands,
and,
Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Game
specifically.
of Thrones.
Those two games,
Yeah.
very, very highly representative.
For sure.
But it really, it's crazy because this feels like the ideal of like what every Telltale was trying to do.
If they had the time and the money, and the
Like
management.
but it's wild that like just how well it's executed. Like the animations and these characters and the writing and the acting and like every single thing hits so freaking well. And I'm just like, how am I looking at this right now?
Everything coming
Right?
together for like an actual interactive animated story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to give the quick little elevator pitch of how this is set up is you are a character. I think his name is like something ridiculous, like Robert Robertson, because it is like leaning
Robbie
into
Robertson,
the humorous side. And he starts off, he's Mecha Man, and this is like a Batman-esque type character, right? Like, the character's superpower is just that he has a lot of money.
Nice.
But he's actually like third generation.
Hey, Batman's a genius as well.
And at this point, the money's gone. And so when his suit gets blown up, he's just done.
Whoa.
But then this agency, this superhero agency, comes and they recruit him and they're like, look, we've got a job for you. We'll work on getting your suit fixed up so you can get back out there. But for now, you're working in a call center dispatching other superheroes.
Yeah. Dispatch.
Yeah.
I think of it every fucking time now.
Every time you guys say dispatch, I want to say you're pronouncing it wrong.
Dispatch.
So now it has that like, like office humor vibes of like, like you're in the break room grabbing some Twinkies and the bat guy makes some weird noise and it startles you and you squeeze the Twinkies and smash them and stuff. Or one of the early things, like when you first encounter Royd, like you're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of like bathrooms and locker rooms
humor.
and things like that, and Royd comes up to you at the next urinal and like wants a fist bump, and that's one of your choices. Like, do you fist bump him at the urinal or not?
That's not hygienic.
Yeah, exactly. But that's actually one of the really interesting juxtapositions that this game has is that in some ways you can look at it as like, like an Invincible or The Boys or something like that, to where, it's like, but those games are like, or not games, but those franchises are very edgy, like very hard. And this, it's like, it has some of that. It has some very violent moments. It has some very graphic sexual stuff in there. Like, right away, in the first 10 minutes, you see a penis. But
Whoa.
they're at the
My goodness.
same
intense.
time, it's very wholesome. It's like very much about like, are you going to trust and believe in your team? Because the team that you have to manage, we're all villains. They're all people that were like, hey, we're going to give you a second chance. You're going to join the Z team and you're going to be a part of this. And like, if, work your way up, and you can, give back to society, right? And make
Yeah.
up for the damage that you've done. And one of the other things that's kind of crazy. Oh yeah. Speaking of the graphic sexual stuff, just so it doesn't like, wouldn't necessarily call this a spoiler, but just so it doesn't catch you by surprise with the wrong person in the room. Episode 4, straight up hardcore sex scene, cold open. Like that's where you're at. You don't play this with the kids in the room.
I also heard one thing about this game, and to avoid spoilers, I'll just say vaguely, but like that a character kisses someone without permission, and people are getting mad at the game about it, but it's like that character is a villain from what I've heard. It's just kind of an interesting
Yeah, I don't know which one it was. And also,
discourse. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know, but
being a choice-driven game,
right, maybe that won't even happen.
I might not have even seen that scene. I'm not 100% sure, right?
I mean, we all know that you avoid kissing at all costs, so...
Oh, no, I definitely had some kissing stuff in it.
You've changed!
You do
Chillsworth, he's
you do
here!
kind of choose who you're going to pursue in this as well. And then also...
You've changed since you got fired from Nintendo.
The mature content description is, quote, rated R type stuff from them. So
Yeah.
obviously no kids.
And then, but one of the things this game really gets right, Huber, is that experience that they've had from making so many other episodic games.
Yeah.
Is that the way that they release this with like 2 episodes a week for over 4 weeks.
Are you about to placate my non-binging love?
we literally-
my non-binging hype to let things actually settle and digest and contemplate and think about?
We really should have like yeah. I wish I had like had the foresight to like we should have spoiler moded this because this is exactly what we do with Life is Strange and all that stuff. It's like all, like the choices at the end and who picked what and the percentages and all of that is there.
You always love when it sits.
Yeah, I love all of that. Yeah. But it also, Huber, every time I got to the end of an episode, I was like, man, that was really great.
Love that.
Like they really know how to
Yeah.
like have an episode end, and like there will be things that like lead, like sort of like a soft cliffhanger or whatever, but it never felt like an anime, right? Where it's like, oh, we just like left
Next
off.
time
I've got to keep going. I've got to like
see.
hit the next thing like right now.
Yeah.
I could like every time I finish an episode, like, okay, let me, even if I'm gonna play another episode
Because it
tonight,
was a lot to digest.
let me get up and like have a sandwich or whatever, right?
Got it.
The other thing,
Like 2.5 hours a pop, probably.
each episode's about an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
Short
It's
is.
not too bad.
okay.
Not too bad.
Because some of those Telltale episodes ran for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they potentially could have like fit in like 1 or 2 more episodes kind of on the back half because it kind of felt like, oh, we're at this
We're at the
now,
end
and then
game
now we're going to have
now.
like the big
Got it.
finale, right? So
Yeah.
they could have maybe put some more things in there, but it's still like none of it ever felt like poorly paced or anything like that. But the other thing that's interesting about this is, it's got all of the, just general like, you're in interactive cutscenes, you make choices. Some of these choices really matter. You pick who is going to be on your team, including like there are times when you've got to decide like, do you need to let this person go or let that person go? Similarly, do you bring this person on or bring that person on? And so it's like it's crazy to think about like some of these other scenes that come afterwards and like, wait, like that
Entirely
guy might
different.
not have been there, right? Like,
That's Jones bait.
yeah.
That's Game of the Year Jones bait.
So the thought
They
of like,
did this whole thing where you don't even pick this person, and they did all of that you're not even gonna see.
but it's like because some of these like especially once you get
Loves
closer
it.
to the end and you get into like some of the higher budget crazy scenes, it's like, well, if you made a different choice, that guy wouldn't be there, or you'd be fighting somebody else, or whatever.
Love that. Love that.
But in terms, so there's that. Another thing, there are some QTs, especially in the more action-oriented sections.
Shenmue.
So don't put the controller down. Don't fail the QTEs. But the way a lot of these episodes work is you have kind of a story cutscene kind of section, and then you get behind the desk, Huber.
Love that.
And then you
that
basically
always
have
intrigued me the most.
this light strategy game that you've got going on. It's
Love
like
that.
kind of light strategy RPG. And it's not super difficult, but it keeps the pressure on because I think they don't want you to ever feel like, oh, I want to repeat this episode, right? So it's like you're going to, no matter how well you do on one of these shifts, you're just going to keep moving forward, right? So it's like, if I did well or if I did poorly, I got to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And so the way it works is you've got a map of Torrance, because that's where it takes place, is Torrance.
It's hilarious.
And your calls will come in. You'll see like little spots on the map. And you click on a call, and they'll give you a scenario. And it might be, oh, there's a plane crash. Or a plane coming in is going to crash, and you got to stop the plane. Or, oh, there's these guys that are like, studying bombs in this warehouse. Or, somebody's stealing a car. Whatever it might be. And then you've got to pick the right heroes from your squad to match. Sort of, they kind of have keywords for you to pay attention to, but you kind of have to like intuit which of their stats are going to align to the situation. So you have like 5 stats. You have like combat. One, I forget what it's called. It's like vigor, like how much impact you can take, like a defense stat.
Yeah.
Speed, like a conversation, and intelligence.
That sounds fun.
And so each of these guys, like you've got their points, their little diagram, and then once you've completed that mission, then they'll overlap the diagram that you couldn't see before of what the mission required with the diagram of the guys you brought into it.
People, yeah.
And then if you completely covered it, then it's a gimme.
Pass, yeah.
And if there's like a part where you didn't cover a section, then they have like this kind of dice roll thing with like a hockey puck that kind of bounces back and forth.
Got it.
It
reminds
so
me of
you have a chance of failing even if you did fairly well. But if you get like a 70% chance, you could fail it there.
That's good.
And
Reminds
then there's
me of the Danish film The Guilty, if anyone's seen that.
Yeah. But on top
10 out of
of picking the right people, you also have to account for some other factors, because some missions will have like a slot for only one hero to go into. Some will have 2 or 3 or 4. And you only have so many heroes. And so if some heroes are already out on a job and a call comes in, then you're left working with who you've got left.
Yeah.
Or they also need like rest time in between missions, or they might get injured, and so then their stats aren't going to be as high. And so you've got to kind of consider all that stuff, especially like when you start getting skill points, because it's like, okay, do I want to use my skill points to like min-max and like I want to make sure this guy is very intelligent, or do I want to like shore up some of those weaknesses because the guy that's really good at conversation might not be available when I need them to.
Yeah.
And then there are also other things, perks and stuff that pop up, like Prism. Her whole thing is like holograms. And so what's kind of cool with her is if you have like a mission that has like 3 or 4 slots, you can put one hero in here, and then if you put her to the right, she'll create a copy of them. And so you like get their stats twice.
Got it.
So
Mimic.
figuring out how those kind of things can play together. There's a guy named Sonar who's like a bat werewolf.
Love
so
that.
he'll shift between forms.
Man-bat.
Yeah, but like he'll be like a humanish form one mission, and the next mission he'll transform into the full bat form. And so like again, like managing the
Depending
like those are
on-
different stats there. You've got a like Clayface looking guy named Golem.
Shout out.
And he gets an ability to where like he can kind of fill up extra empty slots as well, and so like lots of little things like that.
Lots of little strategies.
Yeah.
I love that. And we love that in narrative games like this, because a lot of the times they just lean in to binary or like 3 or 4 different choices, and that's it. But being able to think about, these other strategic layers,
Yeah.
I think really elevates it.
Yeah, so you'll have like a story scene. You'll do a shift at the desk. Oh, there's also some hacking little thing that you like roll a little ball around and like have to work through and like put in some button inputs and stuff.
Yeah.
Not super complex, but there are a couple of times where I was like, oh, I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like really great scenes, really great characters. I was surprised by like how much I warmed up, because anytime you get you see like a new group of superheroes, you're like, who are these freaks?
Yeah.
Right? You're like, who is that guy? But it really works out pretty well, like with a lot of like heart and genuine moments, and like there's a great scene with like a bar fight that I know that you would probably really love. And
Alita Battle Angel, best bar fight.
yeah, and then the kind of like last stand final battle is really satisfying and feels like it has a lot of payoffs and stuff there as well.
Not nominated for best indie game, but thankfully nominated for best debut indie game.
Yeah.
This is Ad Hoc Studio, founded in 2018. This is their first game.
Yeah, they were talking about that, how it was, I know there's some articles out there where they've interviewed them and talked about like there were a couple of times where this like might not have come to completion.
30 people as of 2024.
Yeah. And then
Also,
sometimes even the credits are really nice, because like you can see the percentages while the credits are rolling.
oh, that's the best.
But there's one.
We love that.
Yeah, there's one after the bar fight where it's like one of the characters like singing karaoke.
Yeah.
And it's like
3%.
He's like ad-libbing so much stuff in between there. It's hilarious.
Also, they revealed that they wrote an 800-page script for The Wolf Among Us 2 and got frustrated with Telltale, and they pulled out, and they have no idea what is going on with The Wolf Among Us 2. That is
crazy.
That is currently their newest thing after this. So,
there's one other thing I was going to say about it, but yeah, no, it's super.
They're also
cool.
making a Critical Role game.
Oh, yeah, that was it was just a headline I saw go by. They said that they had made their 3-year target. Looks like they're going to hit in like 3 months now because they've already sold 2 million copies. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I'm obviously going to play this before the year ends because I love narrative games. I love superhero games, but also, without giving too much away, Blood, I'm imagining we're going to see a season 2, a season 3, a season 4 of this.
I think so. I think that I think it's one of those things to where it's like, okay, if it didn't really like meet the targets, that like it could have stood fine on its own.
Yeah.
But there are definitely hooks there at the end.
Let's see if we
of
can
like, okay,
go further on this.
There's definitely room for another season for this
Awesome.
to happen. Yeah.
Awesome. As Ad Hoc Games, their first freaking game took 7 years. Here it is as the 7th highest reviewed game of the year. I mean, it's such a loudly small voice for this game where like I just see pockets of people saying dispatch, not Dawn style, but like dispatch, play this game. So
one thing I'm curious
super
about, Huber.
hyped.
Do you, because I think pretty much every choice in this, when you're making choices, you do have like that timer where the time can run out.
God, so intense.
Do you ever let that run out? Like there are times when I'm curious,
Sometimes,
but I'm not. Sure. I'm never like.
Yeah.
I never have the courage to just like not pick something.
Like if Clem is saying some crazy ass life shit, I'll just be like, listen, I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, it depends. And Life is Strange, same thing. If someone is like dropping a lot of stuff, like you give them advice, and then they'll say one thing, and it's like so intense, and you'll just like, I'm listening to this.
No, there's some pretty hefty relationship stuffs in there where I'm like, I don't know what to say right now.
Yeah. If a game can make me think that a narrative game can make me think that deeply and put me in it so hard where I'm not gonna say something because I think I'm gonna offend the person or like I just want to listen, like bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo. Dispatch, Blood, I gotta play this. I'm gonna download it tonight, dude. Damn it. Too many games.
Yeah. No, if you want to
5 episodes?
8.
8.
Yeah.
But they're all an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. 8. And they came out with 2 a week? 2.
Yep.
Okay. So it's designed to kind of play 2 at a time. All right. Next up, the last game we're going to talk about, Atari 50. Stay above 50. The Namco Legendary Pack. What's going on here? Tell us about it. Don.
Yeah, make sure people know that we're talking to Don about this.
Yeah. Tell us.
Because he had the original Atari 50 codes, so when the new Namco pack came out, we got him over here.
Yeah, Namco 50, Atari, the Atari 50 pack has released a few DLCs now. I think this is the third one, the Namco Legendary Pack.
Sick.
And we're just going to do a quick hit on this, real quick
hit.
mention.
Dude, Dig Dug, shout out.
Deserves it. Yeah, no kidding, Huber. Well, if you got any interest in Dig Dug, you got to check this DLC out. This thing is kicking. We know what to expect by now.
And like Mortal Kombat, any interest in the history of video games, we just encourage this to everybody.
Yeah, same team if you're not familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know what to expect by now. They've got their interactive timeline feature. This is what they do so well, where they just put all sorts of media on this timeline that you can scroll through to get all the context of the time. And in this particular case, they've got a lot of advertising, a lot of the advertisements that were present, including commercials, which is a great treat to see, like bizarre Atari commercials from the early 80s and stuff like that. Definitely stuff I've never seen that is so cool. Interviews
the
with
inflating car in that one commercial. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh yeah, you could see some of this media here. I mean, this stuff is gold. Then yeah, you've got all the Atari figureheads and different sorts of producers available. Mike Mika makes a few appearances. The studio head of Digital Eclipse. Shout out to Mike Mika. This guy's doing the Lord's work. I mean, they can crank one of these out for every single different developer of the 80s and 90s. You could make a library of these games. But the Namco Legendary Pack is just a lot of fun. It's more of this, what we know and love. So you get all the context around the games, then you get to play the actual games. What's really neat about this Namco one is this lineup of games: Galaga, Pac-Man, Galaxian, Dig Dug. These are classics from way back in the day, but we've all played these so many times. I mean, these are, iconic, but they've been
played the arcade
re-released
versions.
Right, yeah, so many times. So to get access to all these oddball versions, which in many cases, to my surprise, were really, I mean, there's the notorious Atari 2600 one right there, But some of the Dig Dugs especially, oddball, whether it's the Atari home computer versions or the 2600, 5200, 7800 versions, it was awesome to play these. They're really fun to be able to just side by side jump in and jump out from them, you know what I mean, and experience it, Huber. It's the same thing that makes the Mortal Kombat thing so great that we're appreciating that for.
Yeah.
It's just
playing the arcade Genesis and Super Nintendo versions of MK1 just right in a row like that is it's so valuable.
And that's how this is, and so it's not complete. It's they don't have every version here available and everything like that, but they've got enough, and they've got enough of the oddball ones that you really haven't been exposed to, and a lot of the other stuff is already available that it's just another treat. It's not like a massive collection. You can get through this thing, in a couple hours of all the content and everything like that, but it's just really good. There it is right there. There's the timeline. Really fun.
I know we got the NES Mini and the Super Nintendo Mini.
Yeah.
But what a missed and failed opportunity to have, to not have all these behind the scenes and the timeline. I mean,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
The presentation of these games is just the best. Full stop, the best. The actual best. Everything laid out perfectly, years and advertisements and commercials, then just being able to hop back and forth between the timeline and the game releasing at that time.
There's something so special.
I mean,
about
the
magical.
The good news there, Huber, is that Chris Kohler does have a very good relationship with Nintendo. He has interviewed Miyamoto multiple times. Mm-hmm. So it's If anyone has a shot at doing this kind of thing, it is Chris Kohler.
Right?
Yeah.
Their track record here is near flawless. This historical perspective of Atari and now Mortal Kombat, I think, is just, it's peak.
Yeah, it's rad as hell. And it's just crazy how, Huber and I have joked about that kind of thing a lot because Atari in particular kind of was right before our, when we got into gaming. We have so little
I always joke NES is the birth of video games. I joke because it does For me, it always does, at least when I'm being rationally realistic. It does feel like Atari is day 0
Yeah.
and NES is day 1.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I always fall to.
But that's the thing that's so special about this
Yeah.
Atari collection and now these volumes of DLC that they're releasing for it is Huber. I was so dismissive. Anytime I see an Atari in the past type game graphic, I'm just like, pass, whatever. Like very little interest in as much love as I have for retro gaming. It's
Same,
like,
yeah.
but these volumes have changed me. They're
I
like,
love that.
you're like, I get it. I get what was so special about this game at that time. And not only that, it's like actually fun to revisit right now. Whereas
So
before
cool.
it was such an easy pass, So it's unbelievable what these things are doing. And this thing's like $7 or $8, So it's just, if you have the
DLC, yeah.
The DLC.
Yeah, the DLC.
Yeah.
So if you have the 50 collection, it's a $7 add-on. And then they have some other special deal. I think it might even be a sale going on where, if you want to get the whole pack and stuff like that. So yeah, shout out Digital Eclipse. Seriously, Mike Mika too, killing it. Just so special what they're doing with these collections. So this is another hit we got on our hands.
So badass.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
So badass, Don.
Oh, yes.
All right, Bloodworth. Also this week, what else is going on?
Yeah, so fun announcement. In just a few weeks, Game Informer will be available to purchase at newsstands. You can go into Barnes & Noble. You can go into some other bookstores. GameStop, of course, is going to be still back there.
That's
but
my
this is
childhood. That's why I'm here right now, is because of magazines on newsstands.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually why I am sitting here right now.
But they hadn't been able to do this before because they were a GameStop exclusive. They were a member's perk for decades. And now that you can actually walk in to a grocery store or something and buy a Game Informer. That's amazing. And not only in the U.S., but they're talking like 20 different countries.
Yo,
It's like all over the place.
ambitious
Yeah.
Game Informer.
Like-
Chill.
First batch of countries is going to be happening with the December issue, and then there's going to be more coming
Guaranteed
in
go to
January
issue in December. Guaranteed.
and then beyond. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's crazy. It's wild.
As far as first batches in December go, if it's Goaty, I'll allow it. In December, I'll allow that Game Informer. All right, Damiani time.
All right, Damiani. Following some leaked behind-the-scenes footage last weekend, Miyamoto took to social media to reveal the first images of the Legend of Zelda movie, starring Bo Bragason, which people joked would make them eligible to go to Terrytown, who will play Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as Link. Quote, filming is on track for the film's release on May 7th, 2027.
Chill.
So we got some of the photos that they posted to Twitter here.
Looks cool.
Really great costumes in New Zealand, lush rolling hills, lots of trees, lots of green. And as for me personally, like I don't even know what I want out of a Zelda movie. Mm-hmm. The main thing for me is that Zelda is not a wimp, and that the movie is not embarrassing. From there, I think I'm probably okay.
And before we kick it to Damiani, I personally, and I've said this many times, I'm very optimistic because Wes Ball is the director, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is fucking good. And watching that, knowing that he's doing Zelda next, is extremely encouraging. The visual language of that movie, awesome, perfect. He also did the Maze Runner movies, which are kind of guilty pleasures. I'm into them. I think it was The Death Cure or The Scorched Trials, one of those, that was like Last of Us. It was like, yo, is this a Last of Us movie? So this director
that
is...
been the second one.
Yeah.
Scorched Trials.
Scorched Trials, absolutely, yeah. So the director, honestly, pretty good track record in my eyes.
We have a question in here. Don thinks yes, I'm not sure. Do you think Link will speak in this?
It would be hilarious if Link never speaks.
Damiani.
That'd be so funny to me.
Yeah, I don't know if they get around that one.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to, unless they're doing something creative. I mean, who knows? Unfortunately, I don't have a lot to say. I think the costumes look nice. It's interesting. Link has sort of the green tunic. Zelda has like the blue. So people are like, oh, it's half and half. It's half the new games and half the old games. And it's like, we'll see. They also showed what's her face from Mission Impossible. She plays the villain who turns good, who helps out Tom Cruise, right?
Rebecca Ferguson?
Nebula.
No.
Palm Clementoff or whatever.
No, I'm getting the wrong actor. I'm sorry. Someone else was cast. Sorry, wrong actor. There's another shot they showed of someone who's might be Impa. Sorry.
That was from the leaked footage. Yeah.
Yeah, leaked footage. Sorry, I'm like really losing. Anyway, point is,
It's Deacon, right? The woman.
Yes,
who's in,
thank you.
Oh,
for correcting
Deacon
me. Thank you.
Lachlan. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
She's
Sorry,
not
I was like,
in
Yes, I
Mission
know.
Impossible.
Yeah,
She's
I
in
messed up.
Severance.
Severance. Sorry.
And Shield and 100.
And she's
The 100,
beautiful.
that's what yeah, 100. That was it. That was like struggling to remember.
The 100.
The shot, like I said, the costumes look nice. It looks like maybe Zelda will be more active, hopefully. But other than that, like it looks just kind of like New Zealand. I hope it's. I'm curious what they're gonna do. It's obviously an early shot, so it look more Zelda like. What are they gonna go for that? Because like there are fantasy elements in it. How are those shots gonna actually look
Kingdom
like?
of the Apes did ruined areas really well. Just saying that.
Yeah.
That's one area. for sure.
Yeah, I have a lot of like questions, but it's a lot of this is well and good. I just need to see like it in motion. And I need to see it in motion, and like I need to know like what they're doing narratively with it. I don't think I'm like writing it off as going to be bad, but I've always been a little bit perplexed about why the choice to make this live action versus any kind of animated version, which would have been like so perfect for this. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm like a wait and see person. Like this is not bad. Like I was like, okay, it doesn't look like a fan film. That's good. Good start. Doesn't look like the countless fan films I've seen over like the 2 decades of Zelda fan films that I've seen. So it looks better than any of the fan films I've ever seen. So that's like base levels, kind of like threshold to get to meet. I gotta see it in motion. I gotta see how it looks. Like I gotta see the enemy. Like are they gonna even have? Like I don't know. I have no idea. So we'll have to see.
15 years ago, Damiani, the director, said that hopefully it would be remember Avatar was 2009. In 2010 he said the next big mocap Avatar like movie, and that he could never even hope to have the chance to direct it. That was 15 years ago, and now here we are. So he's got the passion, he's got the vision. Let's go.
I just it will be interesting because adapting a game, so many of the best video game movie adaptations have, sprinkled in elements of the series, but of largely like its tropes are present, but it's not trying to recreate any one game or game storyline. It's like an amalgamation of different things, and it generally has to follow like movie rules. It doesn't follow like video game rules. Zelda is the one that's always been like an intriguing one because people for like decades have been asking for a Zelda movie, but it's like this is one of like the things I think is like the hardest to adapt. You probably have the most freedom, but like are you or I always like decades ago I thought like the fan base would just be angry about anything because it would just be like this isn't Zelda enough, or where are the dungeons, where are the puzzles, like it'd be too, like they would be mad it wasn't too literal or it wasn't based on it wasn't based too much on Ocarina of Time or something like that. Now it's like they have like other adaptations have shown that you can go in different directions. I think it's more likely going to go like that. Especially I've seen the Mario movie. It's like, okay, the Mario movie did have elements of like different games thrown in there, but like the storyline itself was very simple and not very video game like. And so I don't like solving puzzles in a dungeon and stuff. Like I don't know if they're even gonna have that in this, like because everyone's like, how are they gonna adapt dungeons, how are they gonna adapt the boss fights and stuff? It's like
they'll do it like National Treasure, where like they look around a cave and then they put 2 and 2 together and open a door. Like that's how it'll be.
Like it's gonna be like that snappy. They're not gonna be like, we have to go do the water temple and there's gonna be a whole like 20-minute sequence of the water. It's like that. No, I don't think you can do that. I think it's going to work in a movie setting. And so,
Imagine,
like a
could
lot
you
of
imagine putting on the
characters-
iron boots?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think, and I do wonder. I think it's been enough time that like you won't see as much criticism about it. But had this made 15 plus years ago, you absolutely would have had all those like Zelda fans coming out of the woodwork, being like, "What the hell is this?
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. Like it's not. This isn't work and everything like that." So it's probably like one of the best times to try and make it. Yeah, but as I said, like I'm very curious to see how it looks in motion because
sure.
it's a live action. Oh boy, hang on.
All I ever wanted out of a Resident Evil movie is inventory management. Like, find ammo, have ammo matter. I like to joke that Die Hard is actually the best Resident Evil movie because John McClane is survival horror, scavenging ammo, counting ammo, like looting bodies. Like,
About that.
so as long as Zelda gets like a
Jump
little
on
bit
everything
of
in existence.
as long as Zelda gets like a little bit of, what makes it great.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of that is like dungeons and puzzles. So like, how are they gonna do that?
Yeah, that sense of mystery.
Yeah.
And then also the lighthearted side of it is a little trickier to do in live action. But
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I always wonder why video game adaptations don't go more that like the Die Hard, like Dread, or like the Raid, or like just because you can make it an enclosed, high stakes movie where that feels like a game like that. Yeah, it's so interesting.
Totally. It's like they see it and then they just like, all right, we're not gonna do that, and it's like, wait, what? Crazy.
All right. Next up, Final Fantasy XI is no longer using PS2 dev kits.
No longer.
Yeah, this was hilarious.
The year of
to
our
hear
Lord
about this.
2025.
According to a recent developer update that stretched over 2.5 hours long. They like to go long over there, Damiani.
Yeah, that's their equivalent of like the live letter for Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
They did it for 11.
So apparently, though, Huber, due to the limitations of those dev kits, anytime that they had added a new area, they had to remove one. So we're like dealing with kind of a Destiny sort of situation, but specifically because the PS2 like memory or something just couldn't hold it all. So now the game is prime for some big changes.
Oh my god.
Apparently, they're also working on the troubled play online service, which like some people can't even log into and create an account on.
Classic. SOCOM.
But it was
Dude,
the
that
summary
brings
I
back
read didn't
memories.
make it clear. It's like, okay, so what are they doing to make it better? I guess they're just going to make it better somehow. But Damiani, do you know?
I think they're moving to modern tools for the dev kit. Like they're converting to something else. I haven't announced what it is, I believe.
Okay.
And then they're going to be able to add new zones and stuff like that.
Right.
So like to back up real quick, the real short of this is that this game was supposed to be in maintenance mode years ago. It was supposed to
what
like
is
be
going on?
sunsetted in terms of like it's just they'll keep doing quality of life updates, but like nothing else major. As long as it's profitable, we'll keep it running. But they've seen like the highest player count ever recently in the game. So they're like, well, get back on this game, start developing for it again. So like there's this whole initiative now to revitalize Final Fantasy XI. So this is insane. Yeah.
That's nuts. Just because 14 has been kind of
I
don't
don't
even think
think
that's
necessarily
necessarily
that so much as they're trying to capitalize on like I think this started like this has been this way for like several years.
Got it.
It's been trending upward. It's been like it just keeps beating expectations, and I think they just want to capitalize on it while they can.
Yeah.
And maybe see a resurgence and see where it can go. Plus, like to be honest, there's a whole sense like Blizzard was doing all the WoW Classic stuff. Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy 11 is kind of viewed as like the classic online Final Fantasy
Right,
between 14 and 11. Like there's never going to do like obviously a 14 like the meme haha nightmare, but like 11 is kind of like, oh, I want to play like something old school. Then go play 11.
Yeah.
You can still play it. So I think they're starting to see the value in like, oh, people do want to play a classic game, a classic MMORPG still. So maybe we should, reinvest a little bit more in this and see if we get like some bigger profits from this.
Yeah.
I wonder
MMO's
if
got. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder if the more recent resurgence of like the nostalgia for the PS1, PS2 kind of vibe plays into it at all too.
Yeah. For me, I think MMOs just got too convenient. And people crave this. That's why WoW Classic came. That's why you're seeing maybe a little bit of this. Is like, if you're gonna play an MMO, I feel like a lot of the people that are playing those want the like hardcore nature of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Guild Wars 2 still going well. EverQuest 2 still going well. It's wild.
Yeah. Then to be clear, this game's out. Even Final Fantasy 11's had quality of life updates, like a lot more in the last few years than they previously had. So like, I don't think there's an official way to play like truly old school Final Fantasy 11. Like they have like so many things they've added that make it a little bit. They even talked about looking into play online, which is probably like both 11 and 14's biggest hurdle is making an account or reactivating your account just to like pay to play.
Yeah, I remember.
Like it's so archaic
when we did that.
in both ways that they said updating the dev kit would actually enable them to possibly like revamp and maybe like retool play online so it's not as frustrating for people because they've had to do a lot of workarounds for that. But also, like I was mentioning earlier, like Guild Wars Reforged is coming out like December 3rd. Like you're saying, ones that keep going. Like that's just like apparently a patch that's going to like revitalize that game as well. But yeah, people are seeing there is a demand for like 2000s era MMORPGs.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
that's my
or MMOs, and like we want to go back and play those again.
Oh,
does 11
so
still have a
ones.
monthly fee to play it?
It does. That is one thing, which is funny because Guild Wars Reforged is like, you already own a game. It's free. There's no subscription. They've never done. It's like it's a one-time fee of like $20.
Yeah, that was Guild Wars' thing. I remember I played.
Yeah,
I was a beta tester for this game for 11. That's how I got the Ethernet adapter for my old PS2, like back in the day. Mm-hmm. And I remember playing a bunch of this and like de-leveling.
Fucking down level.
Oh man, this game, dude.
Shout out to Damiani, 2000s MMOs, Daok, WoW. Lord of the Rings Online was hype. Lineage 2, dude. EverQuest 2. Friggin' Matrix Online.
Oh dude, the Matrix Online, man.
I mean, yeah,
D&D Online was surprisingly awesome. Star Wars Galaxies of course. Oh.
Should we get back into Guild Wars, dude? Let's hop into Guild Wars 2, dude.
That'd be so intense.
Get sweaty at Guild Wars.
That would be so sweaty.
Speaking of sweaty, Darktide
getting
a new class here. Tailor-made for Isla, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Hive Scum, all new dual-wielding class coming December 2nd.
Hive Scum.
Gunslingers and Bladesmiths. For the first time in Darktide, a class brings true dual-wield expertise. Twin-wield pistols to overwhelm enemies with firepower and dual-wielding shivs to make you an efficient killer when the fighting gets close. They also have access to concoctions, Hubert.
Concoctions, Witcher potions, blood.
Yeah. But for the stim, so you can pick your chemical mix for your stim, so you can get different bonuses in there.
So we're a Witcher.
And then you can drench the saw in toxic coatings and control the streets with lingering chem bombs.
Whoa.
To set up foes for the kill.
Crazy.
One does love coating things in poisons.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When the blade is dripping, Isla.
Oh yeah. My thing with this is like dual wield in first person doesn't always feel the same. And also like I love Vermintide 2 with all my heart. And this one, I really want to love it. I jump in every time they like make big changes.
Yeah.
And so far, it hasn't hit quite the same way that Vermintide 2 did.
I think when we did the dog update, it was pretty good. But
yeah, but it's just still like something about it. Like
I don't like the environments. They all look the same. It's all this just industrial
it's so
piping.
funny because I feel like that with Vermintide, but yeah.
Oh, Vermintide has a lot of different spots, but like.
I just don't like the industrial piping everywhere. That's every map.
This one has some like brown, dusty areas with piping.
Yeah. I definitely think that the way that their, mission availability thing can kind of like sometimes like funnel you into sort of like the same maps again and again. It's like, there's other stuff out there. You're just not getting the missions for them right now. Yeah.
But yeah, like I want to love this game and I'm ready to love this game. It just hasn't hit for me quite yet, but I'm open to it.
Yeah, same. I'm right there with you.
And finally, this week, Nier creator Yoko Taro pushed back against eager fans worried that he hasn't announced anything, saying his projects just keep getting canceled.
Damn.
At G-Star in Korea, he said...
So he's not resting on his laurels and just like raking in the Nier Automata hype.
Right.
He's actually trying.
Yeah, literally, here's his quote. I often get told stuff like, why aren't you making a new sequel to Nier? Or Yoko Taro isn't doing anything. But that's because recently, a lot of projects I was involved in got discontinued midway through development.
Wow.
I've actually been working on some stuff, it's just that it never ended up seeing the light of day. I got paid for it, so I personally have no issues with that. But people seem to think that I haven't been doing anything just because none of the work I've been doing is being released.
Wow.
So, there it is.
Dang.
Man's doing his job.
Damn.
Just, that's the way things go sometimes.
Sometimes you do the job, and sometimes the job does you. You know?
Dang. Yoko Taro. Somebody pay the man.
He's getting paid. That's the thing.
I guess.
He's like, I'm all good, but except for these people that think I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting around.
Oh, all right. It's time for love and respect. Love and respect.
Respect.
From Jason Wojnar. What
Oh,
up?
baby Jay.
Yeah. Hello, allies. What's a game you sincerely love, but also can't seem to play or get into anymore? I have beaten GTA 5 3 times over the generations and have 200 hours on the PS4 version alone. I want to go through it one last time before GTA 6 comes out, but when I boot it up, there is just no excitement in me anymore when I drive through Los Santos or watch the cutscenes. We'll get into it. I would say this is a trend with me since my other all-time favorite games I can beat on a regular basis every few years and still get a lot of joy out of them. Examples, PS1 Crash games, Resident Evil 4, any Metal Gear, and Max Payne 2 and 3, for example. What about Max Payne 1? Wojnar, what gives? Yeah, so games that we love, but when we go back, we can't get into it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, something the size of GTA 5, already doing it 3 times, that would be probably difficult regardless. But, you know, as he's saying, he's done it a lot of other games over and over and over again. I mean, I'd say one for me that's been tricky, because I've tried to play through it a few times, and it's just been hard to, like, stay in it and see it through it to the end. And I've gotten, like, different distances. Is Majora's Mask.
Wow.
You know, like, I really love that game.
Yeah.
Really thought it was doing cool stuff. You know, all of the stuff with the side quests and the notebook and crazy, like, transformations and everything going on there. And just the vibes are so different, you know, like, you know, it was kind of like Twin Peaks vibes for a Zelda game, you know?
Insanity.
But I think something to do with that time loop cycle, like, I think there's like a hump that when replaying it, I have to get over that hump and then really get into the rhythm of that game before I can, like, actually, like, see it all the way through to the end. And so it's just hard to get over that hump. And then especially, like, doing it while I have all the other responsibilities.
Yeah.
And nonsense. Yeah.
Speaking to your GTA 5 logic here, Jason Wojnar, I think it is an understatement to say it's the most overexposed game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings with it some fatigue. So I think that might be a little bit of why you have trouble going back to that one, why it's less exciting, because legitimately Los Santos has been in the public conversation and zeitgeist and consciousness for over 10 years, so continuously. So definitely
I recently tried to get back into playing Guild Wars 2.
For real?
Looking through the website, I was just like, oh no, I don't need to do
Oh, you mean just now? Okay,
Just
I
right
see.
now.
Oh, yeah. Probably out on that island.
Yeah, probably, maybe not. You know, whatever. No shade. It was a different point in my life, you know. But now this happens to me sometimes where it's like, I want the feeling of, like, late game Bloodborne or whatever, you know, and then I jump back into my save and I'm like in Yarnum, like at the beginning, and I'm just like, I don't need to I'd have to play a lot to get back to what I'm wanting to get to, you know. Like that kind of stuff happens to me sometimes, but I don't usually try to replay stuff as often as maybe some other people.
That's so funny, Alec, because I never ever care about like my save data from like console to console or something. Anytime I replay a game ever, fresh. I love those early days.
Really?
I love the early moments of replaying a game where it's like, you know, I've got nothing and I'm going to do that like power creep, level up, see that early stuff. Yeah. I
mean,
love
I
that.
do. Yeah, I mean, to your point, like, and Bloodborne again, like,
Yeah.
it's so fun to jump back into the early game now because it's like I have that sense memory and like I can just kind of roll it, you know.
Grind those blood vials.
Yeah, and just like do way better than I did obviously the first time I played it, and so it's I
always like that. Yeah, I like the early stuff.
The
I usually
one
like
that-
origins and movies. I always like the early stuff rather.
Oh
than
yeah.
Yeah.
The one actually that this might fit with recently is Night Rain because I played a shitload of that.
Yeah.
And I love the way playing that game feels. It feels so nice to me. It's like, it's that perfect thing I didn't even know I wanted, like a slightly more arcadey,
Yes.
FromSoft specifically,
The
Souls
sprint.
game. The sprinting, the jumping, the no fall damage,
Yes.
like the insanity of that game. And then every time I want to jump back into it, sometimes I even like go into the round table hold or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to do 40 minutes and lose. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or even win. Like, it doesn't, I feel nothing.
I feel that. I'm kind of with you there for sure.
But maybe the DLC will shake things up, and I'm excited to jump back in, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe like I'm trying to pick one that's unexpected. Like maybe like Eco, because
Nice pick.
Yeah,
Kinda aging, showing
I know
its
a great
age.
I love that game. I played it through it maybe like twice, but like the prospect of going back to play through it, I'm like, not really, don't want to. Whereas like Shadow of the Colossus, like at least Shadow of the Colossus, I'll play for like a little bit. I'm like always excited to go kill like the first Colossus. I'm like, all right, yeah. Like I'm always down to like play through at least that part. But like with Eco, I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah.
it's good.
Shadow of the Colossus is such a perfect one, Damiani, because like, when the remake came out, I was so excited to replay it, but without getting too specific, I know too much, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it.
I might say The Witcher 3. I might. Because I have no qualms about replaying any game, any length, whatever, because life is too uncertain, so replaying a game knowing what's going to happen is like the ultimate comfort. It just feels so good knowing the outcome of things. But there's something about just like that early... It just takes a lot of commitment and a lot of time, Blood. And I always, in my brain, I'm just like imagining all of the good hunts and the stories and all the big payoffs. And it's just like, you know, you think about all those good moments, but then when you actually go in, it's like, okay, well, that's sprinkled in over the course of 60, 70, 80 plus hours.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's just, And last time I went back into it, it is finally starting to show its age. Like, okay, this does look a little last gen here. It is a little, like, clunky in the movement. Like, it's getting older, for sure.
Yeah.
It needs a remaster already. Even though it's had unofficial remasters with, like, you know, next-gen patches and stuff.
Yeah, I think... it's something that's, I mean, it's probably is a fair point with GTA as well, right? Where it's like, there's a big part of an open world game like that it is about discovering that world and like feeling like that sense of like danger if I go too far this way or that way, or like I don't know what's around that corner, and once all that mystery is kind of gone, then it definitely feels different. And yeah, I know I had that itch when I went to that Witcher concert.
Yeah,
Like, I kind of want to re-experience this story a little bit, you know, or hop back in, because there's still with the expansions, there's still some extra side quests and things. Like I didn't completely 100% those expansions, you know.
Yeah. And then
Blood.
the show just came out, so
Yeah.
that I just watched the new season, so like every episode I was like, should I install it? Should I install it? Fuck.
Oh, it's not uninstalled. It's still on my PC.
When I get my toggle harpa, I'm gonna learn that song. So then I'll play the toggle harpa and I'll do the.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Can you play it on the podcast? Like
I mean, we'll
roll
see.
a video. Roll a video in.
We'll see if I get good enough at playing this insane instrument. We'll see. I doubt it.
Sick. Alrighty. Any others?
I think we're good there.
Let's play a game.
And I'll pick this one up because I think it'd be good to have Huber on the guesses. So scroll
Sweet.
past those answers. Don't see
Yep,
anything.
I won't look.
From Harrison Holt. Hey, allies. Black Ops 7 is out.
Gabby and I are having a blast.
While the campaign is a bit phoned-in disappointment,
Did you play solo or co-op?
have to know. And the
Gotta
use
know, gotta
of
know.
generative AI has gone up yet again instead of just paying artists to make fun art.
We didn't talk about that. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah, that
Yep.
sucks. Bad.
Your Ghibli-looking player cards nonsense. The COD Zombies mode is continuing the upward trajectory that started in Black Ops 6 after a long period of instability. The gameplay is great, and the new main quest Easter egg is probably the most technically challenging we have had in the last decade.
Wow.
Since the new map, Ashes of the Damned, is both a tribute to Black Ops 2's transit and to memorable zombies locations across the years, I thought I would make you a game.
Great.
Below are 12 situations from Call of Duty Zombies. Your challenge is simple. Tell me whether each one is real or fake.
Oh my god.
Was this situation actually in a Call of Duty game or not?
Okay.
So this is why I wanted Huber, because Huber's going to have a different perspective. The rest of us are like, I don't know,
Zombies is
sure.
insane.
Yeah. Let us begin. First one. Ride a fire-breathing dragon across a ruined city to reach another area of the map.
I think that's true.
That sounds so fake, but it might be true though.
Isla?
Being a dragon in Call of Duty.
I have no idea.
That is real.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3.
3.
Ride it to the pack-a-punch.
Easy.
2. Brew alchemical potions by combining zombie blood with glowing meteor fragments.
That sounds too
real.
easy to be real. It sounds super real, right?
Fake.
But it's probably fake. This is a trick question.
This is fake.
Yeah.
3. Fight a giant spider boss in an underground cave and use its fang as a weapon part.
That sounds real.
Yeah.
Fake.
That's real. In Zetsubo no Shima from Black Ops 3, you do all that.
3's insane.
4. Assemble and upgrade your own friendly robot sidekick by collecting parts around a ruined Berlin. Then summon him to punch zombies for you.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds
like from another game.
Should be real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Black Ops Cold War.
Cold War.
Klaus is your robot.
Klaus. Cold War was cool.
Pilot a crashed UFO to escape an incoming nuclear strike while zombies chase you across the desert.
I'm gonna say fake.
Nah. Sounds like a no.
Fake.
Fake. Yep. But there are UFO hints in some maps. But never had to fly
it's
one
got
yet.
its own UFO mythology.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
big
Grand Theft
time,
Auto.
big time.
All the best games have UFO
Yeah,
mythology.
you gotta have it.
Get stepped on by a 1,000-foot tall mechanical titan marching across a battlefield.
Not where I
Then
thought that was
climb
going.
inside its foot to continue an Easter egg.
I'm gonna say fake.
I'll say real.
Real?
That is real. Wow. In Origins from Black Ops 2, the 1,000-foot mechs walk across the battlefield, and getting stepped on is actually a risk and a reward. If you line it up
Cool.
correctly, you can let the mech stomp on you so you get launched inside its foot, which lets you reach the control room required for the Easter egg. Mistime it even slightly, and you just get flattened.
Insane. Oh my god.
7. Complete an Easter egg on the moon that ends with firing rockets that destroy the Earth.
Fake.
Real?
I think that's a trick question because I know the moon is there.
That is real.
You destroy the Earth though?
It's from Black Ops 1. Wipes out the entire planet.
Crazy. How is that? Because the continuity
it's
is
an
like
Easter
still
egg.
going. Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
Complete an Easter egg in a medieval castle that ends with firing rockets that destroy the moon.
That's true. Probably fake. It's
Yeah,
true.
who
I'm gonna say
knows?
true though, because I know the
Is this
medieval
the same
castle
thing?
was the map. I
It's the
love the medieval
opposite.
castle.
It's missiles destroying the moon instead of the Earth.
It is true.
Yes.
Black Ops
Jeez.
3.
Yes. That map. That is a good map.
Both events are real. They just occur in different zombies timelines.
Whoa, multiverse. Ponder the question.
Perform a ritual that sacrifices Jeff Goldblum's character's soul to a massive Cthulhu-style entity floating in the sky.
I hope
could've-
that's true.
I could have sworn you
Fake.
play as Jeff Goldblum, so you're. That's where I'm hung up because it's like you're sacrificing a player, but I'll say true.
That's real.
Yeah.
Black Ops
shit.
3.
Wow.
Crazy.
10. Take part in a full Wild West train robbery where zombie outlaws ride horses and defend a moving carriage.
I want that to be
I
true.
hope it's real, but I'll say fake.
It's probably fake, isn't it?
That's fake.
No, that seems like the best one.
But there is a Wild West map in Black Ops 2. 11. Shrink yourself down to the size of a rat to crawl through a hidden micro dungeon beneath the map.
I'm gonna say fake.
Awesome, true.
Fake.
Fake.
Oh,
No shrinking so far. Last one. Battle 2 Lord of the Rings style war elephants inside a Roman Colosseum arena.
In the Colosseum.
Let's say true.
true. Yeah.
That's true. Black Ops 4.
4.
Elephants are named Fury and Wrath.
Fury and Wrath. Oh my God.
And as Hebrew was saying, every single real moment you just heard is part of one ongoing story that began all the way back in Call of Duty World at War in 2008.
So wild. So wild.
Dang.
20 freaking years straight, every year a Call of Duty game. It is insane. Wait, what?
Get in here. Brandon K. again, you'll see.
What is going on? How do I not know about this?
I said the same thing.
Hello, everyone. Last week, you briefly touched on Horizon Steel Frontiers as a major PlayStation IP heading to mobile, but you didn't touch on another mobile game that was announced a day prior. Ratchet & Clank Ranger Rumble. What? What?
Didn't hear about it. Wouldn't have heard about it until now. Multiplayer Ratchet and
What,
Clank game
dude?
on
Fuck.
phones.
Hold, I'm seeing the video for the first time of this, and it does not look bad. What is going on? What on earth? Okay. Yes. Wow. Wow. What?
Do you want me to read the entry while you watch
okay. I'm sorry. I love it.
Yeah, I can read it if you want me to.
Yeah, I can. It's
Oh,
fine.
here we go. Okay. A multiplayer arena shooter with a rather cartoonish art style, even more so than what you would expect from the standard Pixar-esque quality of a regular Ratchet & Clank. I'm left dismayed for a couple of reasons. The first major bummer is I'm a massive Ratchet & Clank fan, but since Insomniac is becoming more and more the go-to studio to handle Marvel IP for video games, seeing the franchise head to mobile is disheartening. Yes, I know Rift Apart came out between Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2, but the Rift Apart team from Insomniac are the ones doing Wolverine, while the Spider-Man team is likely, though not confirmed, to be making another Spider-Man follow-up of some kind, be it the rumored Venom spin-off or Spider-Man 3. The second reason why I'm bummed out is it feels like PlayStation is chasing another trend in the form of putting a couple of their big franchises on mobile. After the debacle of their live service initiative, I'm concerned on how PlayStation is handling a couple of their biggest brands, and the potential exists for more disappointments or outright failures if these mobile games aren't immensely successful. So, all of that to ask you, panel, what is your take on this newest upcoming Ratchet and Clank? And to expand upon your discussion regarding Horizon Steel Frontiers from last week, what is your view on PlayStation now targeting mobile with multiplayer games developed by third parties as a broader strategy instead of being a one-off with Steel Frontiers? So thoughts especially on Sony putting IPs on mobile, and if we have any takes on this Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that's strange to me, especially with this one, where it just feels like, oh, this is just almost kind of under the radar. It's because it's on mobile and they're not bringing it to PlayStation, it just sort of feels like
filler.
Yeah, like it feels like, yeah, we don't really have a lot of confidence in this game, or we don't want to deal with,
it looks
the PlayStation fan backlash or something like that. And it's just like, yeah, like you're saying, like neither one of these games look bad.
Yeah, this
so like
looks
why not
very
put them on
competent.
PlayStation?
That's what's always so funny though, is like, I in my head also think like, oh, phone game is like the second tier thing, but then it prints more money than anything on the planet. Like,
right?
So it's like, who knows? Maybe this will be the biggest Ratchet and Clank game ever. Or some weird
Unless
thing.
it's just like one of those things where like the monetization is so bad that PlayStation fans would really raise red flags,
Right.
and on mobile it would just get a pass.
Yeah, and to ask just about Sony doing this, I mean, Nintendo already kicked this door down with, Mario on mobile back in the day. Like, the piece of the pie is just too big to ignore. And I don't think it devalues the brand at all, because I also am a huge Ratchet and Clank fan since birth, and I wasn't even aware of this. I mean, these mobile games are operating, and like the Resident Evil one Isla told me about earlier today.
Yeah, it's out now.
Was like, hey, Resident Evil's out on mobile.
I
and
was
I'm
just
like,
I was just playing it earlier, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because it's like, it's sort of like paint by numbersing through different scenes and places in the series, and like the story is very just kind of like pasted together to get all the characters together.
Got it.
It wasn't like terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
I only played like 20 minutes of it, but
Yeah, so I don't think it damages it's not that big of a risk. I don't think it will damage the brand whatsoever, because the most hardcore people will just like shrug or not even be aware of it. And it is just getting these companies into one of the most lucrative areas of gaming, and that's mobile, whether we like it or not. There's just so much money there.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense from a brand manager perspective. I think I would get concerned if this takes away from the future of a beloved franchise. You know what I mean? Like, if Ratchet and Clank becomes some mobile franchise and we don't get a new real one for like 10 years and they
Right.
keep announcing multiple mobile games, then I would grow resentful. I would be upset. But for now, no harm.
Yeah.
No foul.
Well, and with Horizon specifically, we've seen that, the reports that like Guerrilla is still working on Horizon games. So like that's,
Yeah.
this is just another thing in
Totally.
that pile. So
And Resident Evil, another great example. Like where we're keep getting full on big ones, and then just a little side action. So chill. Thank you, Brandon Kagan. Alrighty. By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions, including Black Friday deals. I love this time of year. I love Black Friday. Sign me up. Time to buy something. I don't even know what I want to buy. I just want to buy something.
He just wants to buy
Just want to
something.
buy, yeah.
you're a good consumer.
To be fair, I only ever buy my television on Black Friday. I buy a TV every 6-ish plus years, and it will always be on Black Friday. So it'll always be an exciting time for sure. And get that PS Plus deal as well. That's always a good time. Your subscriptions, be on the hunt.
Save it for the actual question.
Sorry.
This is the teaser for people to go see.
I'm sorry. So if you want to get in on that extended cut, consider becoming a $5 patron. patreon.com/easyallies. It helps us out so much. You'll also get an ad-free version of this podcast 2 days early. You'll get into the official Discord where things are always going down. You can submit questions to Love and Respect. And we need it. And you need
we need those questions. Yeah,
Exactly.
keep them coming.
symbiotic
We're going to be
relationship.
doing the podcast early next week, so keep an eye out for early Love and Respect posts. I might even put it up tomorrow because, we need those questions coming in.
Yeah. Send them. We'll answer pretty much anything. Pretty much. And starting at $25, if you want to get in there, all of our producers get their name added to the monthly podcast credits, which are read aloud by none other than the legend Brandon Jones, sometimes hilariously mispronounced. And our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go to the beautiful Jabberwaps, Elthanis, and Lizard Wizard 64. Shout out!
Wow.
Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions at patreon.com/easyallies. And now it is time for bets. Bets. Let us go. So, this week's bet. The beat 'em up renaissance is thriving. It is happening. We are in the prime of beat 'em ups. Will it continue with Terrifier, the arcade game? Yes, you heard that. Based on Terrifier. That game comes out tomorrow. That's just coming out tomorrow. So if you're a beat 'em up and or Terrifier fan, look out. I ask, how many times will we see the words and any variation of murder and kill in the top 10 reviews on OpenCritic? So any variation of the words murder and kill, how many times will we see them?
Including killer, murderer,
Yes.
murders, kills, all of it.
The arrogant child, Damiani.
I need clarification. If there are not 10 reviews, do you just...
Yeah,
The
it's
total.
however many there
Just
are.
the total.
Okay.
Yep.
15.
15 from Damiani. The Wicked Worm, Bloodworth.
41.
41. The Whimsical Scum,
22.
22. Punish Castellanos Dawn, Dispatch.
14, he says.
14.
Ooh.
14. 14, he said. Strange Valentine, Gabby.
21. Oh.
Wow.
Yes!
13.
Oh. Don
Viewers-
says horse shit.
Yes.
Viewers got the low.
Yes.
15, 14, 13. Wow.
Last week's bet. We were on the eve of the Call of Duty launch, which is available now, and we asked which would have more viewers on Twitch right before we specified, right before the podcast started today. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 or the combination of Battlefield and Ark Raiders, and by how much. So, which one had more viewers and by how much? Damiani said Call of Duty, 85K. Bloodworth said Call of Duty, 3K. Isla said Battlefield and Ark, which spells out bark. I love it. 12K. Don said Call of Duty, 22K. Gabby said Call of Duty, 10K. And I said bark with 15K. The actual retail price. Ark Raiders had 144,000 viewers.
Good God.
Battlefield 6 had 8.5 thousand viewers. What is going on?
Wow.
That is people liked it. What's going on? And Call of Duty Black Ops 7 had 54.4 thousand,
Ooh, missed by one.
bringing the actual retail price to 98.1 thousand, giving me the win.
Good God. COD and BF6 are both dead games.
Yeah, what is going on there? crazy. Yo, look at Ark with 144,000. Iowa, killing it.
Woo!
And I looked too, and it was like there's like Shroud had like 20,000, and then it was like just a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, just a
It wasn't like somebody like fully dominating that 100,000.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
It's so nice. Like, the best part of my other job is talking to like non-hardcore gamers, and they just keep coming up to me and they're like, yo, are you playing this Ark game? Yo, are you playing Ark? Dude, that game's crazy. Like, it's just hitting. It's just hitting everyone. Bringing the new totals to Punish Castellanos in the lead, Dawn with 11.
Dispatch, I got an unrelenting Huber Terminator on my 6. Send in backup, I need help.
And the Fancy Stars member, myself, with 10. I'm on a bit of a hot streak with my bets, and I will continue to chase you.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
Castellanos.
There's no calculation that can tell us when Ore Wars will start, because this is neck and neck.
It is. And in third place, for if you're keeping score as well, in third place, the Wicked Rim Bloodworth with 8. 11. 10,
Yeah, but I'm out of the running December. I can't catch up. That is a math problem. Unless you send me things and I text them back to you.
I will. I will. You gotta finish the year's bets out at least, for sure. All right. We got some stuff to promote as well. Bloodworth and I got to play Dragon Quest VII Reimagined at the Square Enix offices, and we put up a preview this week, so check that out. Thank you, Square, for having us. Just awesome. Unbelievable. Like, so cool. Next week is Thanksgiving in the United States, so our schedule is going to be a little different. We'll have Stream Team and Community Showcase on Monday coming up, and then we're shooting the live podcast Tuesday, which means it will go up Wednesday for patrons and Friday for the public. So, little shakeups there. Be alert. Be aware. And we also have a new website, Bloodworth.
Yep.
You take us away.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this, Blood.
NewEasyAllies.com has been on the back burner for like a year and a half. We finally got it done. We basically hadn't touched it since like the beginning of the summer. But it's being done. Isaiah Smith, husband to Janet Garcia, is our new web developer.
So cool.
It looks virtually the same. If you don't go there every day, you probably have no idea it's any different. But the back end is fully rebuilt, completely overhauled. Basically, Brent, we love Brent. He built game trailers way back in the day. He built the Easy Allies website back, in 2016. But that was a whole lot of stuff happened in the coding world since then. And so if we ever needed something, we basically needed Brent to do it. Because it would take somebody else hours to jump in there and try to figure out what was going on. So now it's more modern. Another developer could jump in there, but we'll have Isaiah on call as our new tech guy. And there's a couple of little fun things in there. Added photos to the About page, which I still need Isla's new bio for.
Yeah, I need to update my bio so it doesn't include 7 canceled shows.
We changed the Twitter thing because it used to show like the most recent tweet, but like as Twitter updated their stuff, it just made the site look like a mess. And so we just ditched that and like just put links to all of our different socials there. And then it's a lot of like reorganizing things that are cleaner. And then there's a brand new all shows page. Because before, any show that I put on the site would always show like in the header list and it would show on the front page. And if there was like, say, Isla saying like something that we only did a season of, right? Like Box Peak. Like I would either have to remove it from the website or keep it there forever and look dated and then let's have this list just get forever long. Yeah. So now we have a nice, clean, limited. We can have what we want to feature on the front page, what we want to feature in the header, and then we got a whole separate thing. So if you want to go back to the archives, see what shows we did in the past, go see all that stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sick. Awesome. We love that.
Yeah, and big shout out to Isaiah.
Big shout out.
Yep. Got married in the middle of all that.
Yeah. Congrats. All righty. Since I won the bet, get to shout out to anything on my mind.
Final word.
Talamasca. The finale is next week. I am just thoroughly enjoying this show. It is so cozy. You got William Fichtner in there, one of the all-time great, like, working actors in the biz. Just, you'll know him when you see him. He's the guy with the shotgun in the opening scene of The Dark Knight that works at the bank. You
I
and your
love
boys are
that
dead.
guy.
You have any idea who you're dealing with? That's that guy. Love him. Yeah, Talamasca's sick. It's in the Interview with the Vampire Universe, and it's just cozy as hell. 10 out of 10 cozy. The final word is wait until January to do Game of the Year. It's enough is enough. Like, enough is enough. It is absurd. Video games are still releasing in this actual year that we are talking about. We still have like 40 days left. And it gives people the opportunity to let it sit and digest, and more importantly, to catch up. Because all these outlets you watch and you listen to and you love, there is no way in hell that all of them are finishing these important games on the year. That takes a lot of time, and if you don't have your GOTY in December, it gives everybody more time, and it makes it more legit.
Yeah. Metroid's coming. Octopath is coming. Routine is coming. You know.
So many games.
Death
Many on
Howl.
the same day.
Yeah, those three are on the same day, literally.
Yeah.
Let It Die on the day before that.
Now that's gonna top everyone's GOTY lists.
Let it die. So hyped, Tyler. So hyped.
Sleep Awake the day before that.
Best 7, baby. Here it comes.
Yes.
Let it die. Let it die.
Please, best 7 of the year, please. Oh, yeah, that's it. Love and respect, and just thank you to everyone who's just still watching, still supporting. The year's almost over, 2025, and we're still here. So thank you so much. Love and respect.
Dispatch, I got an unrelenting Huber Terminator on my 6. Send in backup. I need help.